You're watching the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent and Austen Show.
Liam Coen, fired up. Hey, I mean, we don't have to. I mean, come on. Do we have to delete out? Like, do we have to, edit that stuff out? That passion, that fire. I mean, we're not on the radio. We can do whatever we want on this stream. You should just let it roll. Next,
I didn't. That's not my thing. The Jags put that out.
Oh, the Jags.
So
okay, so
the Jags for putting that out.
That's the Jags on that. Okay, I got you.
So there's no opportunity for me to bleep or not bleep.
Yeah. Hey. I mean, if you were at the game yesterday, there was a lot of cursing going back and forth, I'm sure. I saw some in the stands. Jags media, I get it, man, right? Don't want to get flagged, don't want to lose followers and everything, but let the expletives fly. Because I think after that game, you deserve to. How bad that game felt for the first, I don't know, I feel like 2-3 quarters. And then that Trevor Lawrence interception. I mean, Hamby, how many times have we seen this story before?
So many.
Right? Where your defense has a crazy good game, unrealistic, all of a sudden Cam Little can't make a field goal. The punting isn't where it should be, right? Like, special teams didn't win you the day. Offense sure as hell didn't win you the day. And this falls on your defense. And set aside from one long play to Nico Collins, by the way, the only person they had really on that field that seemed like was Nico Collins. That 1 yard play and also the long play, and I'm like, oh, here we go again. Like, we've seen this story before. And it was almost to the point where I'm like, man, I think we might need to start burning some sage. Because this team might be cursed. Right? Like, doesn't matter who's calling the plays, doesn't matter what the regime looks like, this is the game that you lose. And we saw it how many times before. But by the grace of God or by the grace of whatever, Hamby, a Nico Collins punch out, Jaguars drive down the field on the arm of Trevor Lawrence and obviously on the wheels too of Tootin and ETN. And they win the football game. Turnovers, quarterback pressure, things that we didn't really see last year. You know, the whole narrative this season has been that it kind of feels different. It looks different. And I wasn't ready to come along with people simply because, well, you're 1-1, right? And did it really feel different against the Carolina Panthers, right? Did it really feel different against the Cincinnati Bengals, who, by the way, got absolutely curb stomped by the Minnesota Vikings?
Holy cow.
Curb stomped. So I'm like, okay, you go to Cincinnati, You let the backup quarterback beat you. I understand you're running the football well in that game and everything, but did it really feel different? Hamby, yesterday's game, being at it, I'm sitting here today on a Victory Monday saying it finally feels different. Now, I don't know what that means for the overall season per se. I mean, you got to like the chances now. Texans 0-3, Titans 0-3, Indianapolis Colts, I don't even know what to think about them right now because they don't even punt. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But that was a game yesterday that you had to overcome, that you had to win. Because you aren't going to get another divisional opponent taste for a while. So that to me right now is an exclamation point for two reasons. Number one, Houston, you have a problem. Like, let's call it like it is, right? Like, I'll be the first one to admit, I picked them to win the division. I thought they were going to rely on their defense. I didn't know their offense was going to be that bad. Set aside from Nico Collins, is there anybody?
Zero.
Anybody?
That was it.
They need Joe Mixon back, man. Like, that's – and we're not even sure he's going to come back this season. So we'll see with Houston, whatever. But, yeah, you guys have a problem. And with Jacksonville now, it's, okay, you're 2-1. You're going to San Francisco. Once again, you would have asked me a couple weeks ago, how does that game look? I'm like, yeah, there's probably no way, right? Traveling to the West Coast. 49ers, solid team, great offense, great defense. And now I'm sitting here thinking, like, against Mac Jones? Against a 49ers team that, yeah, I get it, that they're not full strength and everything, but I think they can be beatable. I'm excited, Hamby. I'm excited, and it comes from a win that you probably had no business in winning? Because all Houston had to do yesterday was run out the clock, right, and kick the field goal,
Right.
and you probably win the game. But a timely Nico Collins fumble changed the entire dynamic. It was wild. What are some of your first takeaways from that game?
I mean, I was stressing, man.
Oh, yeah.
I was stressing.
Oh, yeah.
And it was, I think my biggest takeaway from concern-wise is, holy cow, the receivers.
Yeah.
I mean, just as bad as it gets. I think, there are so many mistakes, different kinds of mistakes that teams can make.
Mm-hmm.
I think at the top of the list of the most frustrating of those, penalties and drops.
Mm-hmm.
Of all of the mistakes that your team can make, those and the Jags did both of them.
Yeah.
And the Jags did both of them.
Yeah.
So it's literally like infuriating. Like I almost wish that I could turn the football game off.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, it was that, here we go again.
Yeah.
There's some kind of curse when the Texans come to town that we can't finish a game, and they're going to find a way to, because you're thinking at that point, once it's 10-10 and they hit the, what I would say is, the kind of fluke bomb to Nico Collins.
Yep.
You're thinking, barring a fluke, how are either of these teams going to score?
Yeah.
It's 10-10 with, what was it, 9 minutes left?
Yep.
How are the Jags going to go down the field and score? How are the Texans going to? You've got to hit almost a miracle. We got to have a special teams play. It felt like we had to have either a special team score or a defensive score. Luckily, obviously, the Jags, Trevor Lawrence scramble. You got a couple of nice runs from ETN, and you finally hit the play to Brian Thomas Jr. Secures the catch.
Yep.
46-yard gain to put you in prime position. It's about as ugly of a win as I can ever remember.
I said this in the Jaguars pregame show, and I think I really said it about the wrong team. So when they asked me to give what I think's going to happen and everything, and what do I expect to see, I said that Houston, their offense, it's not what they want it to be, and a lot of that is Joe Mixon. A lot of that was Christian Kirk trying to get re-ingrained and everything. Houston's a mess on offense, and anybody that watches the game will tell you that. But what I thought is that they're going to come in here and try to establish physicality. And it's going to be the Jaguars' job to try to match that physicality and hopefully win a ball game. Now, I expected the Jaguars' offense to show a little more, right? And yeah, it wasn't perfect. And obviously there's a lot to break down in terms of penalties, in terms of drops, and we'll talk about that. But before I get into the negative, I just want to praise the positive a little more. To me, the difference, and we can sit here and say, is it Baselli? Is it James Gladstone, the players that he brings in? Is it Liam Coen and the play? Whatever. Is it Coach Campanelli, right, who I think called a great game against that Houston Texans offense?
Agreed.
To me, it's just this team seems like they have that grit now, right? We go from last year to where Al-Shaair cheap shots Trevor Lawrence, Jerry Jones gets, retribution. Evan Ingram goes after him. And you have a head coach that stands in front of the media and says, you can't do that. And now you have a coach who, once again, doesn't have to give you the bulletin board material before the game about what this game meant, about the bad blood, about how he thinks about Al-Shaair. Didn't have to do any of that. All right? But the team knew. And yeah, there may have been a late hit penalty or whatever out of bounds.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that one.
Nope.
I'm not mad at that at all. And then that was Gardeck, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Put him in the circle.
Yeah.
Put him in the circle now. Just like Jerry Jones should have been in the circle last year.
The pride?
Put him in the pride right now. Because, to be fair, Gardeck, he was just, and once again, the second guy always gets caught, right?
This put Logan Cook in there because Buddy was right in there, the punter.
Yeah.
And Brenton Strange's in there without a helmet.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's wise, but hey.
But this goes to show you, Hamby. And this is why I'm always preaching attitude and I'm always preaching accountability. And it goes all the way back to when Dewey, wasn't getting high-fived and everything during that Saints game. This is why I preach it so much. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes it ain't going to look good.
Right.
And yesterday, it did not look good on offense and it didn't look good on special teams.
Yeah.
And it looked pretty damn good on defense, set aside from an explosive play that tied up the ball game.
Yeah.
So when it doesn't look good, what do you have to rely on? You got to rely on your physicality, and you got to rely on that mentality. And I think you saw that yesterday finally to the Jaguars. And this is the beautiful thing. It's a direct reflection of your head coach. I was skeptical about Liam Coen, not in terms of the play calling, not in terms of the X's and O's, not in terms of getting the best out of Trevor Lawrence. I was skeptical about Liam Coen in terms of, can he get that mentality out of these players? Right? Because I think sometimes offensive coordinators turn head coach and it's a lot more analytical and you don't see a lot of emotion. Now, yeah, I've seen emotion in press conferences from Liam Coen. I've seen it in the practice field. But can you get it in a game? When the game's on the line, your team's not playing well, your offense isn't doing anything, can you get it then? And yesterday, Liam Coen got it. So call me being a truther, call me being a believer, but it's refreshing to see a team take on the mentality and the grit of their head coach. Now, you got to clean it up on offense, and let's address that in a second. We're going to get Brent Martineau here in a little bit, Hamby. We got Brent Martineau today at the Dream 18 golf tournament.
Yeah, South Hampton. I think this is hole 3, Stuart Weber set up there. This is an awesome event. We're going to be peeking in there all the time. There's Stuart Weber giving us a little live shot there. We're going to be at hole 3. He's there. 12. Sorry, 12. That baby.
Missed the by a little. We're all right, though.
My bad. It's a par 3.
All the holes look the same. We're all good.
Hole-in-one competition. I think we just had a foursome tee off there just a minute ago. We got a ball semi-close to the green there. Hole-in-one win a car. Hadn't happened yet. Maybe this year will be the year. Brent will join us very shortly. But nonetheless, there it is. There's the car.
Ooh.
Appreciate that, Stuart.
Caddy, right? Okay.
Come on, baby.
Yep.
Austin's in the market.
I mean, I'm definitely in the market. Yeah, Liv, I guess, reached out to me on Twitter. I just saw and said that, hey, you should come by and get yourself a vehicle. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Hey, I would, but I got to talk Jaguars right now, or else I would, believe me.
I hear you.
All right, yeah, so we'll have Brent Martineau on. I mean, dude's like spearheading the entire event, so he's going to come in and out and everything. And guys put in a full work day. He was obviously doing his thing last night, too. All right.
Yes, sir. We'll
Good
be
to
right
see,
back
man.
out there,
we'll be out there
in just a second.
We'll have Brent come join us as well. So let's get to some of the bad.
Okay.
Hamby. Where do we start with this? I mean, let's start with the apparent things, right? Let's start with the drop balls.
Okay.
I would be lying to you yesterday if I wasn't sitting in the stands surrounded by passionate Jaguars folks and almost kind of sharing.
Yeah, I saw you out there. I got a nice shot of you.
Hey, and I was like, when it got a little rough on the sidelines, did I at least kind of think to myself, man, do I have to hop this? I got a bum knee. I got a bum knee. Do I have to hop this barricade and get in? Because, listen, man, and people don't understand, or people should understand this. I don't like the Houston Texans. I don't like them more than I probably don't like the Tennessee Titans, and that's saying a lot. Just because, like, with Houston, it's more painful memories than Tennessee was when we played them. Like, with Houston, I'm always reminded of, like, Matt Schaub coming out of nowhere and, like, taking the league by storm for a season. I'm reminded of Arian Foster, my rookie year, comes out of nowhere, I think, like, as a late-round draft pick or an undrafted free agent. Didn't even know who the guy was in the scouting report the first time he played him. Tears us apart for, like, 200 yards. Obviously, Andre Johnson, I respected a lot. I had to deal with watching Brian Cushing on the sidelines bleed from his face every single game because for some reason that dude just bled. Had to watch J.J. Watt and his bionic giant arm get quarterback sack after quarterback sack. Like, I'm tired of the Texans, man. And like last year just solidified it. Like, I'm over it. Even more than probably the Tennessee Titans, which once again says a lot.
Looks like we got Brent though in real quick.
Okay.
You mind? Let's toss it out there.
Toss to Brent.
There. Brent, if you can hear us.
Oh, wow. This is a generous picture.
See if we got him. Do we have him? There he is.
I got you guys if you got me.
Yeah, let's go.
We do.
That's the picture, huh? That's the picture. Go keep talking, by the way. You don't interrupt. You were on a roll there.
Oh, no, I'm saying I hate the Houston Texans. So when I'm in the crowd, man, and like when we're experiencing those drops, did at one point I say, man, I just don't know if Brian Thomas is built for this game right now. I just don't know if you can rely on him. Now, Dwamie Brown going out, obviously, I think kind of left the Jaguars no choice but to keep Brian Thomas in.
Right.
But that second drop, I was echoing, man, I think you might have to get him out because you can't depend on the guy right now. And what poetic justice I get, I guess, where you have a guy who, has been having let's be honest, 2 horrible weeks of football.
Mm-hmm.
When you need him the most, when the game's on the line, you go to his direction, you complete the pass, and then you go on to win the football game. Poetic justice. Like, are we out of the woods now? Like, is that whatever you want to call it, the mental lapse, the mental blockage, the yips, are we past it? I don't think so. But I think it shows a lot that in that moment, when nobody really seemed to be catching the football besides Brenton Strange and Travis Hunter, we want to go to him, that Brian Thomas Jr. was the one to kind of get you out of that funk and give you a new sense of encouragement, at least.
Yeah, I think, you just said a lot of stuff. I've been listening since the top, and there's so much, and I guess the drops are the big thing, but I, I'll stay with this because that's what we're on right now. I mean, I tweeted this. This is the first time in 18 years covering the team where I thought the Jags had a drop problem. I remember another time early in, maybe when you were playing, Austin, that guys were dropping balls at camp, and I've always come away with, hey, if it's a camp problem, it might be a big problem. I didn't see a camp problem where the Jags the last few years on drops, but they've had a lot of drops. So people will point to the statistics and they'll be like, well, the Jags have had a lot of drop passes. But in that time span, they also had career years for guys like Zay Jones and Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram. So that doesn't feel the same way. This feels like a drop problem for the first time covering the Jags to me. And it's contagious because that's what happens. Like that's what happens with that. And Brian Thomas Jr. is overthinking it. And Parker Washington started to get it. Travis Etienne then did it. I mean, I don't know. We all felt like, wow, this is a problem. Anybody watching from their couch, anybody in the stadium, anybody on the sidelines, like that felt different to me when not only Brian Thomas Jr., we know he's going through it, but I mean, he dropped one where like you and Ronan would be playing in the backyard, man, on that 3rd and 4. That wasn't like a hard ball across the middle, I mean, that's just like hey, Dad, we're going to play catch. I mean, that's when it's an issue. And then Parker, who's been great, then he has a couple, and especially the one over the middle later, not the one he had to go back for a little bit. So, yeah, I just think it's an issue, and a win hides it for now, but it doesn't really explain it away. And we really have to keep our eye on it until it's not a problem anymore. These guys know how to catch the football. They know how to play. They're good players. It's just a thing right now. And to go along with that, another conversation we'll probably have over the next few hours is Trevor Lawrence. How do you feel about it? Well, again, I'll be a Trevor defender on this. When you're the quarterback and you got guys not lining up and you got guys not catching the football, it's like, what do you trust? What can you trust? Well, to his credit, he trusted Brian Thomas Jr. in the biggest spot in the game, canned out of a play from a run to a pass and hit him on it and trusted him to get it done. Like, I think you give him a lot of credit for that. But 20 of 40 could have easily been 26 of 40 for 300 yards, So there's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on, and I just don't think it's a dead topic. I think it's a problem right now until it's not. And Jags got away with it in that sense, Austin. I don't know how to fix it. You brought it up last week. We had a great psychological conversation about sports where they've got to address it. Well, I'm not sure it needs to be addressed. We all see it, I just don't know how you fix it. Just get back on the field and perform. But you only know that every week, on Sunday afternoons. And there's a lot on the line in these games that you're trying to get it right. But I think that's the only way to fix it, because I guarantee you this, if I go watch practice Wednesday, those guys are catching balls left and right. I bet they're not dropping footballs. But there's something going on in the games right now.
Yeah, so first of all, like in terms of it's the first time that you saw in terms of drops and everything. Like, see, I do disagree with that a little bit. And I don't know like what the numbers say in terms of like a year by year basis, like what teams have the most drops, what teams don't. But like to me, it seems like the drops have happened the past couple years when it's like the most opportune time to capitalize, whether it's in the end zone, whether it's on 3rd down. Like we've seen that a lot before. And like, once again, I don't know like what teams lead the league in drops, but I always just felt like with this team the past couple years, it seemed to come at the most time, like when you needed a catch. And, like I see this on Twitter, but like I really got an awakening in it at that game because, like, honestly, the fights that were about to happen in the stands had nothing to do with the Houston Texans fans. It had people on two sides creating a civil war in terms of Trevor Lawrence. Seriously, like I almost had to break up a fight due to some guy defending Trevor Lawrence and some guy that was saying that Trevor Lawrence sucked. And they were going back and forth. And they're literally using that game yesterday to try to, like, stand up for it. Here's the thing. Like, yeah, those drops can happen. And those do nothing for a quarterback. At the same time, there was a couple catches yesterday, or a couple guys wide open that Trevor's got to hit. Right? So it's kind of the same narrative where the team's not helping Trevor and Trevor's not helping the team. And I don't think one side's winning over the other. I just think it's an issue. And the beauty about this, though, is that, well, at the end of the day, you won the football game. And that's what I'm thankful for, because it was my biggest worry yesterday that the Jaguars are going to lose that game. And then we got to start coming back in here and having the conversations to lead off the show. All right, well, is Trevor Lawrence the guy or not, right? Is it the drops? Is it the overthrows? Is it the underthrows? Like, what is it? We don't really have to have that conversation to start the show off with, because guess what? They won. They're 2-1. Trevor Lawrence right now in the NFL is a 2-1 quarterback. Trevor Lawrence right now is right in the hunt to win a division. I get it's really early in the season, but, like, that's how we're feeling right now. So I'm like, I had nothing to really say about it. Yeah, Trevor has to make better throws. Yes, the Jaguars got to catch the ball better. They're still 2-1. We'll take it. If they're 0-3 right now, then yeah, hit the panic button, fly the flag, get into the debate. Let's go to war with the national media, and let's go ahead and get a civil war going. Let's pick a side. Is Trevor Lawrence the guy or not? Doesn't matter right now. You're 2-1.
Brent, let me ask you, because I unintentionally started a kind of civil war in my own Twitter profile yesterday, because I just watching all these drops, and I'm watching us, Liam Coen have to take a timeout, and Trevor Lawrence have to take a timeout because Travis Hunter doesn't know where to line up. And I just tweeted, I put BTJ, multiple drops, Parker, multiple drops, Diami hurt, Travis doesn't know where to line up. What is Trevor supposed to do? And, I had everything you can imagine reaction to that, and comments of, don't throw the ball into triple coverage, to, yeah, I agree. What can he do? Where are you at with it?
Yeah, listen, I do think if we want to, this is a deeper deal than one afternoon. That's the thing for us. Like, if you've watched this from the jump, I've brought this up a million times. How many more times can Trevor have stuff go wrong until the scar tissue becomes too deep? We've seen that with other quarterbacks and other players, and this football team, quite frankly, as a whole, over the years. It's just a thing. Like, you can't continually have bad things go on, whether it's your fault or other people's fault, from offensive line to players to coaches, and just be okay. Like, it's just not normal. You have to have trust. Trust is a big deal in sports. It's a big deal in everything, and especially at his position. And I'm not saying he's lost the trust, but I think sometimes it gets a little shaky. I'll give you an example of some fantastic trust right now. I think he trusts the heck out of the coaching staff, and I'm not sure he always has. I think he trusts the heck out of the offensive line, and I don't think he always has. I think he trusts the heck out of the running game right now, and I don't think he always has. So there are examples of this on a positive way too. And again, I don't think he's lost trust in the guys. I just think if you put yourself in his spot and you're trying to play free football, right? Like, that's what everybody would say. Hey, just go play. Just let it rip. Like, that's what everybody wants everybody to do. Okay, easier said than done if you've got guys lining up wrong late in the clock, against a good defense that always gives you trouble to begin with. And then guys dropping the football, in a 4-play span. And then you, on top of that, add to it with just a goofy interception, like a terrible play. So now you start second guessing yourself a little bit. So that's self-inflicted. But there's just this domino effect. And I don't think it's explained away on a Sunday afternoon because he goes 20 for 40. I think it's just a lot deeper than that, because we watched every snap of it for years. We've watched every part of this for years. And I think he he needs to help himself sometimes. You're right. I think he also needs help. And these guys have got to do a better job around him. And then if he does a better job for them, that just starts to glue together much better. Fortunately, they're 2-1, and you can do some of those things on a winning way. You come away with that kind of saying, hey, look, we've got so much growth to have still. We're still don't have much out of Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter. Trevor's thrown 4 picks in 3 games, 6 consecutive games with picks now, and we're still 2-1. So that might be the thing that kind of gets you like, all right, let's go. Let's start playing better football. And now we might be 5-2 after 7. Who knows? But I just think it's a deeper psychological issue than a Sunday afternoon when everybody, to your point, Austin, wants to take a side. And I get what the nature of the position is. The problem is people just want to look at a box score most of the time instead of actually dig deeper into why it might be this way. And I think there's a myriad reasons. That's sports. That's that position. And overall, I give him a bit of a hat tip because he bounced back. He made the right call at the end. It wasn't a hard throw, obviously. But for him and Brian Thomas Jr. specifically, who have had to battle some things internally and externally, it looks like, this year specifically and in the past, that was a huge moment, I think, for them to kind of trust each other, actually connect, and win the football game. And we'll see if it goes somewhere from here.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it does. You know, it's just and listen, and this is the beauty of winning, right? Because it doesn't really have to be a narrative. I mean, I finally found the research last year in terms of teams with the most drop passes, and there's a few surprising ones. Like, if you want to look at the top, who do you guys think is the top 5 in terms of drop passes from last year? And it's not, by the way, either.
Are the Chiefs in there?
Chiefs are definitely in there.
I've seen some of these stats.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Chiefs have always been in that list, and I think the
Chiefs,
Bills too, right?
Chiefs, Broncos, Packers, Giants, Jets, and Browns. In terms of like, there's a couple teams that are tied with each other. But yeah, so Jets, Broncos, Browns, Packers, and Chiefs. We're not ever saying like what Jordan Love, you know, is he an issue at quarterback or is he a franchise quarterback? Like, despite what the numbers say, no one's in Green Bay having that conversation of, okay, they got to get somebody else in there. Obviously, in Kansas City, well, they're not saying Patrick Mahomes, you better, you know, hang it up or, you know, because, and it didn't go well for Patrick Mahomes last year. The difference is that they're winning football games. And as far as the Broncos are concerned, they were second in the league. And everyone was on the Bo Nix train. Everyone's still on the Bo Nix train. I don't hear people saying, like, oh, Bo Nix kind of. So this is what my point is that, yes, drops are going to happen, but then when the drops happen, you can't let them, you know, defeat you. Like, if you're Trevor Lawrence, you're trying to make a play happen, that interception can happen after those 2 drops. And I get it. It's not fair to Trevor Lawrence, right? I think it was Parker Washington and then Travis Etienne on that series with the drops?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those things can happen. And how disappointing, by the way, too, for Parker Washington. A guy who's been nothing but reliable. On the pregame show, I'd say he's the most reliable thing next to Brenton Strange on this offense. He didn't really have a great day, right? Like, he got the opportunity with Dwamie Brown going out to get more reps. What did he do with the opportunity? He had some drops as well, so that was disappointing. But my point is, when you have the back-to-back drops, and then it's third down, you try to make a play happen. I love the gunslinger mentality, trying to make a play happen, but you still got to play within yourself. That interception can't happen.
Yeah, that's the biggest Trevor bad trait to me is he gets to a point where he's like, all right, F it. You know, like, like we've seen it before. Go back to the game against the New England Patriots a few years ago, threw like 4 picks. He was just like throwing it. Tennessee, I think he had 3 or 4 picks. He's just throwing it. He's like, I just, whatever, nothing's working, but I'm going to throw it. I'll give him this. He doesn't care about those damn stats, that's for sure. He just chucks it up there sometimes. But that was a stupid one. Like, and he knows it. Everybody knows it. He's got to get rid of that play specifically. Because that's just a boneheaded play in the situation of the game. Punt it away is your best weapon on Sunday afternoon against the Houston Texans. Mm-hmm. And he gave it to him at midfield, which was just ridiculous. So again, I'm not defending that at all. Like, there are things, I'm not defending every Trevor thing. I just think this is a compilation of stuff. And you mentioned those other teams. Yes, you're going to have drop passes. If you throw the ball a lot, probably going to have more drop passes. The difference between like the Mahomeses of the world and maybe even Jordan Loves, they've had good football teams, which also builds equity, and they can make up for it, or they have made up for it because of their own equity and good play, specifically Mahomes. The Jags haven't surrounded him with that either until like yesterday, Austin. See, that's a good example of it. Okay, they got drops, they got mistakes, and the defense has their back. That hasn't happened over the last few years overall like it's happened in Green Bay when Jordan Love throws a dumb pick, because quite frankly, Jordan Love throws a lot of dumb picks. That's one of the knocks on him. Well, the defense won the best in the league the last couple of years, so they still will come away and win the football game. So we don't see it as much. Kansas City, what's the strength of their football team the last couple of years? Well, it's been their defense, really. They've kept them in it all the time. So I think yesterday is a good example of, okay, you can hide some stuff. It won't be as loud of a topic, and then you can work on fixing it in the umbrella of a win, which is just, that's what is significant about all this. They did what the Packers usually do, the Chiefs usually do, the Steelers or the old Patriots or the Bills or the Ravens usually do. When you have bad stuff happening, you found a way to win anyway. The Jags never do that. That to me is why that was such a big win yesterday, because they finally did it.
No, without a doubt. But once again, and we can get on a new topic here, but I think when you talk about quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes and Jordan Love, and yeah, they are on great teams with great coaches where they don't always have to play at the highest level to win football games. But I think if you watch in terms of franchise quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes and Jordan Love, it almost seems like it doesn't matter who they're passing to. Doesn't matter if you're Patrick Mahomes last year and you lose your top two wide receivers. Doesn't matter if you're Jordan Love and Christian Watson, your top wide receiver goes out. Like, you find a way to elevate who's ever on the field, right? It doesn't matter if it's Juju Smith-Schuster on his, 12th year on his 8th team. Like, I think great quarterbacks can elevate their players. Now, yes, you got to catch the ball and help those quarterbacks out. But to me, that's what makes a difference between great quarterbacks, okay quarterbacks, and then you obviously have the other ones, right? Like, okay quarterbacks can come in and win you a football game and manage a game and win a lot of football games because they rely on the teams around them. I think great quarterbacks, elite quarterbacks, franchise-changing quarterbacks are the ones that can come in regardless of who the wide receivers are, regardless of what the weapons are, and make it happen. And I think Trevor Lawrence could be on his way to being one of those great, quote-unquote elite quarterbacks. But until he shows that, he can make up, I feel like, for the drops, and we're not having the conversation of, here's another drop, here comes another reception. Like, we've seen that story too many times, right? So until he can overcome that, I think he's just going to be kind of, he's going to be regarded as a decent quarterback who can win you football games.
Yeah, also, I love where you're at right here with this too, because I think this is important to say. We would love for Trevor Lawrence to be great, but right now it's ridiculous to put him in the conversation with the MVPs of the league. It's just not. It's just not. We're not like that's might be wishful thinking. That's hopeful. Get there someday. I also think there's a big difference between MVP of the league and okay quarterback. Like, you're trying to get closer to that MVP level. And so we've got to figure out, like, when you defend Trevor Lawrence, it's not the defense of, I think he's as good as Patrick Mahomes. No, I think we kind of, for now, that's over. Like, he's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Josh Allen. He's not those guys until he proves otherwise. But how much of this makes you not the guy? Like, that, to me, there's a big gap between all of that. And, I'll give you an example of it, in my opinion. Like, Baker Mayfield's getting a lot of love right now, and he should. It's great comeback in his career. Look at what he's doing in the last few weeks to win football games. But how different, in reality, was Baker's day Monday night against Houston, a very good defense, and Trevor's day yesterday? Well, the difference is Baker didn't have 6 drops in the game. And by the way, some of those drops were huge. Like, down the left sideline to Brian Thomas Jr. was 3 points on the board. 3rd and 2 right before the half to Hunter Long is maybe 3 more points on the board. And when they get the illegal shift because of Travis Hunter, it was a 3rd and 14 rifle to Brian Thomas Jr. for a catch and a first down, I think, into Houston territory. Like, those were huge spots. And I have no idea how many drops Baker Mayfield had Monday night. But what I'm getting to is, at the end of the game, when Baker Mayfield needed to make a play, what did he do? He scrambled, and then he ended up delivering the game-winning touchdown eventually. Well, what did Trevor do yesterday? On 3rd and 4, on the final drive, he scrambled, ran for 10 yards. Huge play. And then hits Brian Thomas Jr. for 46. To me, there's really not a whole lot of difference about what they did. against a really good defense. But I don't think it will be viewed that way because you look at the box score and the box score screams something totally different. And I
But
will say this,
okay.
Trevor also threw the really bad play. And I don't know if Baker had one of those really bad plays on Monday night.
See, but I think this is the difference to me, Brent, is that when you walk away from that Texans game yesterday and you're leaving the stadium, what's the conversation? Was it Trevor won you the football game or that Jags defense was unreal? Because I
Yeah, it
think
was
it's
the Jags
that.
defense.
Okay. When you walk away from the first 3 Baker Mayfield games this season, what's the narrative? Is that he went out there and won 3 football games in the final drive. Like, that to me is the difference. Is that when you leave a Buccaneers game, the first thing that's being said as you're exiting the stadium is, damn, I can't believe that Baker Mayfield just pulled that off. When we left the game yesterday, it was, ooh, yeah, that offense was a little rough, man. But that defense, like, man, shout out to that defense. They stepped it up. That to me right now is the difference between the Baker Mayfield side and the Trevor Lawrence side.
Yeah, and I guess I'm not saying you're wrong. I just wonder why that perception is so vastly different, even if you just take in a vacuum the 2 games against a really good defense for the Houston Texans. But what I would say is, again, to me, this comes back to equity. And Trevor has not built enough equity up to earn everybody's praise and all that. What did Baker Mayfield do? Well, the last 2 years have been very good for Baker Mayfield. What you do with that is you build equity, right? You showed you can do it. And that's why Trevor has to piece some of that together to be able to have some of that equity when things don't go right. And that's a constant chase when things have not been right. And it's going to continue to be. I'll say one more thing, Austin. I don't know if you thought this way being at the game, but I think they could have given them some get them going a little bit. Why were they throwing deep so much and a lot of low percentage plays? I mean, I think about the Parker Washington back shoulder. Seems like a pretty good play. They got a linebacker on him, but the linebacker smothered him. And then Trevor short hops it. My Twitter thing's like, hey, that's a terrible throw. It's like, well, if he throws it where it's supposed to be thrown, it might be picked. Like the guy's got that good a defense. Like, I don't know how that's on Trevor, but also is that a high percentage play to get a guy's in a rhythm, to get the receivers in a rhythm, to get the quarterback in a rhythm? There are a couple of deep shots. So now all of a sudden you look up and you're 11 for 22 throwing the football, where in the past couple of weeks it felt like at times he was, 8 of 12 or 10 of 14 throwing the football. So and I'm not knocking them. I'm just kind of curious. That must have been a little bit of the game plan, is to say, hey, we can attack them deep
Yeah.
because of the way they're playing us. And the Jags just didn't cash in from maybe a separation standpoint, or maybe the throws weren't on point. But I do think those are lower percentage plays to begin with. Anytime you go down the field, I mean, you can watch any NFL game, and those are not 70% completion balls.
No, for sure. But I mean, I think right now Liam Cohen's to the point where he trusts him to make those throws, right? Like you have to, like, if you want to be a successful quarterback in this league, then yeah, you got to hit the long one sometimes, right? And there was a couple times that you saw guys get open where either Trevor missed it or didn't see it, or he just overthrew it, underthrew it, whatever the case may be. So I mean, there's a few of those plays out there to make, and he didn't make them. Now, once again, yes, there's a lot, 5 drops, 6 drops, whatever it was, like. That's not a good look either. And I think until they can, find the solution to this, that's going to be the narrative every single week. There's drop balls, and then there's throws not being made. And as long as you keep winning football games, I think that gets dusted on the rug a little bit. But if you start going on a losing streak and we see more of the same, then this is going to be amplified to the nth degree, as it should.
Yeah, it's not going to go away. That's for sure. So there's a lot. I mean, I feel like we're harping on. I know it's a big story, and I don't mind us harping on it because the drops and this kind of conversation is still a thing. It doesn't go away. I think penalties, like Hamby said, they're there too. They got to figure some of this stuff out. But the reality is, they are 2-1. They're in a pretty good spot, and they don't feel like they've played unbelievable football. Yet they've showed signs on both sides of the ball to play pretty good football at times, and there's some evidence there that they could be pretty good. So there's a lot to, I guess, just like that's a little bit different than years past. And they found a way. Like to your point earlier, they found a way, and I think you feel the same way I do. It was just a huge win. The W side of this wasn't the way I expected it to come, but I really feel like this is a great culture win for the Jags to find a way to get the win, because I tweeted it. We all felt it. We all knew it. At 8-9 minutes to go, the Jags lose that game 99 out of 100 times, like over the years. They just do. And this time they didn't. So I think that's a credit to whatever's going on there. And that's a hard thing to pinpoint, but whatever's going on there, they found a way to get it done. 40-something minutes in, we probably should hit a break, huh?
Yeah, let's go and hit a break, man. Brent, you want to give us a little play-by-play here?
Oh, yeah, look, we're out there. By the way, you guys were talking about the Dream 18 presented by Cadillac and Access Golf and trying to win that Cadillac. I'm going to give you guys a secret, a spoiler alert. Nobody's winning that dang Cadillac today. That pin is in a tough, tough spot. I mean, I think for pro golfers out there, they would have a hard time winning that thing. We're going to have to get really lucky. This is a long putt on the 12th hole. So we're off and running on the Action Sports Shack Stream 18. We've got a beautiful day here at South Hampton. We're going to have some fun. We're going to show you some of this video throughout the day. We got a live camera with Stuart on hole number 12 and talk a lot of Jags, of course, in the NFL. Austen Lane, Jason Hamby, Brent Martineau, entire Action Sports Shack's team on a Monday. Jags are 2-1, by the way, one of 6 teams in the AFC that have a winning record going into tonight's game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. We'll be right back.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Shack's 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
For the game day hustle and every day in between. Juggling my show, Jag Social, to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet.
Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location, right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table.
Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I got Hamby. I can't hear you. You might have to
I
turn
say,
it up.
oh
Yeah.
man, you just missed the shank.
Just missed the shank.
Just missed it.
How you gonna shank it when you're rocking that kind of combination, man? What are we doing here, gentlemen?
Those guys are the best. Those guys are the best. That's the Robert Porter group. You know, I'll give you a story about these guys quick, Austin, and I'll give a shout out to their barbershop classic cuts in Orange Park. Those are the shirts they're wearing. They actually have their logo on the shirt. They always have like kind of this fun exotic shirt on in our golf tournament. And Robert's the man. He is the first guy every year to sign up for our golf tournament. Like he just like waits for registration to open, and every single year he's the first one to sign up for it. So we love the Porter group. We love those guys. So I'm kind of glad you didn't catch their shank and just saw their shirts.
Yeah, because
Here's Bush.
I would have been ruthless for sure. But yeah, it's all good, man. Consider them lucky.
They can take it. They can take it.
Yeah.
We'll get Bachman and Boris shanking it too, and then we'll have some real fun.
Yeah, they're right here, Brent.
Oh, they got him right now. Is that Boris?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, but hey, we love our man Mike Boris. He dialed up a good day, guys. We got some cloud cover right now, little breeze. I mean, sure, it's a little hot, but not as bad as it could be in third week of September. And there's Bachman. Oh yeah, are they talking?
No, they're not.
Guy's got
Okay,
an amazing
okay.
beard in the back. We need to interview that guy.
Oh, that's John Todd. Yeah, Georgia Tech guy right there, and playing with Bachman and Boris, and I don't know who else is in their group. I can't tell right now. Maybe it's only 3 of them. I think Mike brought another buddy. So great to have those guys out there. And each and every year, great support of our Action Sports Shacks Dream 18. There's John Todd. He has a good beard game. He looks like a character. He's a character. He's fun. Signed up for a tournament last year, and he's back again this year. And got teamed with these guys. Poor soul.
Are we breaking down a shot here, or what are we doing?
Yeah, let's do it. You do it, Austin. Give us the play-by-play.
Yeah, man. Looks like we're about I don't know, on a given day, about 120 yards out. Looks like he's using about a 7 iron here, Bob. Good swing, nice follow through. The reactions. He's on the dance floor now. Is he getting in? He's on the dance floor. He's waiting to get a drink. Didn't get the drink quite yet. Waiting for the bartender to acknowledge him, but he's on the dance floor. Everybody. Now we have another gentleman.
This is Burrish here.
This looks.
Boris.
We're playing best ball here, right? Is that what you call
I
it?
think we went well right there.
Is this best
Yes,
ball, Brent?
This is like a shambles. So this was probably their drive, and then they'll play their respective ball the rest of the way.
I was
if they
gonna
can find it.
Yeah, I was gonna say because their tee offs are drastically close to each other, but now this makes a little more sense. Okay,
All right, Bachman. See what we have here.
John Bachman. I like the stance. Ooh,
Oh
He
yeah,
likes it.
he knows
He
when a
likes it.
camera's on him.
he likes it. And on that pressure. Okay, just indifference. Oh no, didn't like it. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. All right.
Someday we're going to get full broadcast mode of this tournament. I thought about it this year, a couple of holes, maybe next year. Kind of ran out of time for that to happen. But Brent Martineau here at South Hampton, appreciate everybody hanging with us on our Dream 18 Day as we raise money for North Florida Junior Golf Foundation and St. Michael Soldiers. Over $250,000 since we started this in 2010. This whole concept, we've been doing the golf tournament since 2015 now. So this is our 11th one. Austen Lane back in the studios. Jason Hamby as well. Casey will join us in the noon hour. And obviously a lot of Jaguars talk. Gosh, we got to so many different things in there, Austin. But I think, again, I can talk about the culture win more. I think we need to talk more about the defense. I think right now, I've said this to several people already today, and I was thinking of this morning when I woke up, believe it or not. I think Anthony Campanile, Austin, is the most underrated person right now in this organization. I know we've praised the front office, rightfully so. I think some of the players and all this different stuff that you normally would talk about. I don't think we're talking enough about Anthony Campanile. This is now 3 games, 3 turnovers each, more than last year. They look like they're in the right spots. They're playing fast. The way Jordan Lewis and Eric Murray play and added to that defense. Eric Armstead's playing better. Trayvon Walker and Josh Hines Allen are playing lights out, in my opinion. I mean, Dewey's playing, just across the board. And when they don't make a play, like Tyson Campbell, he's missed a couple last week against Chase. And then obviously the double move against Nico Collins. They seem to have the fortitude, the mental capacity to bounce back. I thought Tyson Campbell was really good late third quarter, fourth quarter last week against the Bengals. And he obviously makes 2 huge plays in this game. And he's been a maligned player at times with the fan base. But Anthony Campanile has these guys rocking and rolling. And you're the defensive guy. What is he doing so well right now that's working for the Jags?
Austin, real quick before you hop in there with this analysis, with that statement that Brent just gave, we're going to go ahead and make this today's Monday morning quarterback driven by your local Hyundai dealers. And now there's even more to love. Monday morning quarterback, we talked Trevor all last segment. Now, here it is. Why is the defense so good right now?
Listen, I wish I had like a 10-minute TED Talk to give you guys and break it down, and then we can go to the board and everything, and I can break it down. I can show you some highlights and break everything down, and then, the NFL Network can steal that and make it for their own idea. But honestly, there's not much to really get into. It's just he's putting players – well, there's a few things. All right. Number one, the thing I noticed the most is that he's letting players and he's putting in the position of players to make plays, right? You saw that with Lloyd yesterday. Devin Lloyd may have had, he's obviously had his best season so far, but you saw it yesterday in terms of, blitzing Devin Lloyd to get after the quarterback. What a concept, right? What a concept. Did he do that in college a little bit? Last time I checked, I think he did. So what a concept. I think he just understands, and literally, to me, he's doing what Ryan Nielsen said he was going to do last year, but didn't really do it, right? So that's number one. Number two, I think so far in the quarterbacks that you played, that he's done a great job in terms of mixing up coverages. He's done a great job in showing different wrinkles and showing it's one coverage when it's really another coverage, right? So those pre-snap bluffs, if you will, he's done a great job with that. Now, on the one play to Nico Collins, you saw the benefit sometimes of when you want to do that and you want to play that game where everyone's not on the same page.
We talked about that last week, living and dying by it.
Of course. Well, see, but that's more of the blitzing Hamby, right? And I agree with you too. You can't live and die by the blitz, right? We echoed this where you can get by sending 4, you get by sending 5. Well, I think you saw that yesterday a little bit where they were getting home with 4, they were getting home with 5. Yeah. But what I'm really meaning is the pre-snap looks in terms of when you have all the guys on the same level of the field, right? When you have safeties coming up in the box.
Everybody's walked up.
And they're all walked up on the same line. They got to know exactly where to drop back if you're playing zone coverage, right? And you have to know exactly who you're taking in terms of your spot. And if you're going to go man, who has who. And for the most part, it's worked well. Now, yesterday you saw a case of where it can come back and bite you in the ass a little bit, right? Because that Nico Collins play shouldn't have happened like that. Wide open. Anytime you have the only playmaker on your opponent wide open, obviously there's miscommunication there, right? So that was kind of my biggest worry because Green Bay does this a lot as well. The difference is I felt like Green Bay, they've been able to run a couple of years where, they're kind of in tune with it. I was skeptical in terms of, okay, I get bringing your own system here and everything. I get the pre-snap reads, or looks, but how many times can you do that? Because you have to make sure guys are on the same page here on their defense. And so far, set aside from that Nico Collins touchdown yesterday, they've been on the same page in terms of those pre-snap looks. So that to me, Hamby, is really the difference from this year to last year. It's putting players in position to actually make said plays, and then it's letting players, in terms of giving these pre-snap looks and everything, kind of walking around being athletes. And actually, I spoke about this on the pregame show. Being a defender, there's nothing better than when you can kind of get up and kind of just have like your own area of space, and you can you feel like an athlete. And the way I compare it is when I went from a 4-3 defensive end in like a Mel Tucker defense where it was like, okay, I have the D gap. Okay, I have the C gap. That's all I can do. To now it's like, yeah, I have this gap, but I can stand up a little bit. I can move around. I can make them guess. Like, that's fun as an athlete, right? It keeps things interesting. And that's what this defense maybe is doing more than anything. It's keeping things interesting. It's keeping things exciting. And it's letting that defense be athletes. So that was like a 10-minute TED Talk when I said it was going to be very simple. Sorry.
Well, no, it's a good. That's what we want. I mean, it's like everyone wants to talk offense all the time, and I get it. And there's the quarterback and the drops and the other stuff and everything that went into that game and everything that looked kind of clunky and everything we liked in the first 2 weeks, like all that stuff. We're always going offense, but the reality here is the why of what they're doing is an important question and answer, and that's why listening to you talk about it is important to digest it. It's not just happening. There's got to be a reason it's happening. And the other thing that we have here, guys, is it's the same players. Yeah, Jordan Lewis is playing excellent football. He's really damn good. He's a hell of a player. When you add a player like that, that makes everybody else better. I get it. Eric Murray seems like he's playing really well. Outside of that, I mean, we basically have the same players in Jacksonville. Travis Hunter adds to the mix here and there too. But why these
Gardeck
guys,
added to the mix too a little bit. I mean, you got to say him too as well.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because he gives them that kind of edge that they're looking for too. He plays like that. He's been a really nice add. He's all over the place in these first couple of weeks. So yes, the additions certainly help, but we know there are a lot of guys that are the same guys as last year. And the only thing we really notice, Austin, is the fact that they look slimmer. They look 10 to 12 pounds slimmer. Antonio Johnson the same way, man. Antonio Johnson looks lighter than he did last year. Devin Lloyd, you're right. He's playing, it seems like out of his mind, but I don't even know if he's playing out of his mind. It's just relative to what it looked like in the past. Mm-hmm. And then, hey, the guys that we know are good are being elevated too. Foye Oluwakin's off to a great start to the season. Josh Hines Allen is on a mission. Trayvon Walker's playing some of his best football. So again, like this goes back to this is where we say, hey, the coach is not good. The coach is not good. Well, to me, this is great evidence of the coaching is good. And their messaging, the way they deliver it, the communication, they look pretty sound, Austin. I know they gave up the double move, but you're going to give up some plays in the NFL. And I don't know how you give it up to that guy in that particular situation because Nico Collins is the only guy that can beat you on their offense right now. But I just feel like when they blitz off the edge, they got like Devin Lloyd out in the flat making a tackle for a no-gain play. Like not a guy that's missing the tackle or nobody's there and it's wide open. It turns into a 12-yard play. Like, well, the things seem covered up right now.
Yeah, I mean, what it comes down to more than anything, and just to kind of repeat what I said, is it's the fact that this defense is having fun, right? I think last year, whether it was a scheme problem, whether it was a coaching problem, maybe a combination of both, and a classic example would be Eric Armstead, I think, playing out of position. Like, I've been in that boat. I had to go to Kansas City and play a 3-4 defensive end when I did not want to play a 3-4 defensive end. I had to put on 20 pounds in the offseason to try to play that position. It sucked. Wasn't having fun. Try to give it the old college try and say, I mean, I'm going to try it, but, like, I didn't like it. Kind of, soured my taste for the game of football a little bit because of it. I think Eric Armstead is probably going through the same thing, right? I think there's a lot of guys on that defense last year that and they may never tell you it, but, like, they weren't getting set up to succeed. And when you have the constant results of, like, you're not being successful on defense, because I've been in this position before too as well. Like, when you go out there, you practice, you bust your ass and everything, and then the result on Sunday is, man, guys are getting wide open. I should be able to do this, be able to do this. Like, you start questioning everything. I think that's what happened last year a little bit. And, like, you can only question so much as a player. Like, the coach is making the calls. The coach is trying to set the culture and the scheme and everything. So how much say do you really have? And then you fast forward to this year, and, like, you have Dewey, who has, like, this whole new, state of mind. You have Eric Murray, who's playing out of his mind. You have, I can go on and on. You have Jordan Lewis, who kind of adds that dogness, that intensity to his defense. You have Josh Hines Allen and Trayvon Walker. They are who we thought they were. You have an interior now on defense who's playing a little better, getting more confidence. And you have a linebacking core who's always kind of been the unsaid heroes, I feel like, with Foye Lukin, who now get to do a little more. Like, but of course, like, these guys are having fun. It's simple as that. And when you have fun, no matter if it's a 9-to-5 job or playing on the game of football, like, it's going to have, it's going to pay dividends. And that's what Coach Campanelli's bringing here to this defense.
And I think it can't be understated how, Tyson really rebounded. And, we heard Liam Coen mention him by name in his postgame that the Jaguars put out that we listened to a snippet to off of the show. Like, especially in the first quarter and early in the football game, you had the kind of vibe that, hey, barring one big play to Nico, this could be an opportunity for a shutout. And a lot of that is because the Texans' offense literally just looked abysmal, and you didn't know where they were going to find offense. But, the D-line was in Stroud's face every play. You didn't get any kind of a sense that Chubb was going to be able to break a run or Woody Marks or anything like that. And Christian Kirk, I think, it was held catchless in that first part of that game. It's just like, holy cow. Mm-hmm. It felt like when the Jags had the football and had a chance to really go up 14-0, if they could have, that almost would have been the game. Like early on in the football game. And obviously later on, you let Nico get loose, and it kind of gives you the same vibe against the Bengals, where T. Higgins gets loose on Tyson and Jarian. Mm-hmm. Right now, after 3 weeks, I'm saying the Jags defense really has one kryptonite, and it's fixable. Mm-hmm. You eliminate that, and you're looking at a defense that can really go up against anybody. Right now, obviously, the Texans is probably one of the is a bottom 5 offense in the National Football League right now, without Mixon, without Christian Kirk finally getting back. But can they do it against the Chiefs, whose offense has looked good at times, not good at other times? I think that'll be an awesome matchup. Can the Jags defense dominate the 49ers if Brock Purdy isn't back by then? If it's just Pearsall, because Jawan Jennings was out last game, is he going to be out again? I don't know. But if an offense is coming to you one-dimensional, the Jags have shown already that they can shut it out.
So, with Tyson – go ahead, Brent.
Just real quick thought here, guys. You keep in mind the low-hanging fruit of this season that we all said all offseason is – to throw fruit in there, is coming to fruition for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They had 8 turnovers on defense all last year. We knew those numbers would be better. They were 31st and 30th and 28th and 29th and 37th, like in all these different categories on defense. We knew they would be better. Like, it wasn't going to be hard to be better. We're asking for them to be like, what did we say, Awesome? Like 18th, 19th, 17th, something like that in the National Football League. And right now, again, they're really good. It looks like they're pretty darn good at, for the most part. It's a 3-game sample. I don't think they're going to be the top 3 defense in the league all year, because I don't think they're going to get this amount of turnovers all year. But the bottom line is they're much better, but it was also the low-hanging fruit of this season is why we thought they would have more than 4 wins almost automatically, is because they were better on defense than the way they performed a year ago.
No, without a doubt. And to go back to what Hamby was saying, because I think Tyson Campbell here is a prime example. I remember, like, Joe Cullen used to always tell us this, like, no matter like how the game's going, you have to rely on what you can hang your hat on. Right now, hang your hat on is such an old school phrase that I didn't really understand, because No one's hanging up hats. So just put them on the table. But, like, what can you hang your hat on?
I hang mine.
You hang your hat up?
I have a hat rack.
Oh, you're so old.
I got so many.
You're so old. It's
Gotta hang them
unbelievable.
on something.
You're so just put.
I got 25 hats in my house.
That's gonna go on the Brent and Austin Patreon. What you can do with a hat, just fold it up and put it on the table. Be all right. But anyways, so when we talk about Tyson Campbell and that game yesterday, of what you could hang your hat on with this defense, he gives it the big play. Right now, I'm pretty sure it was his mistake. Like, we can, you can ask him, in the locker room sometime this week and say like what the play was. But I don't know if like Liam Coen came out and said it. I believe Tyson Campbell made the mistake on the long run or the long pass to Nico Collins. All right, so that's on Tyson Campbell. The pass would have been, okay, well, that play happened. You're probably going to lose the game. Defense, is shaky, whatever. And we're talking about it the next day. But what happens? He punches the ball out to help them set up to win the football game. Right? And that's something you can hang your hat on, where it's like the mentality of this defense has shifted, where, yes, sometimes you're going to give up big plays, okay? Nico Collins makes a lot of money. Jamar Chase makes a lot of money. T. Higgins makes a lot of money, okay? Like, they're football players too. Sometimes you give up the big plays. You don't want to see it, right? It's supposed to be bend, don't break, but sometimes you break, the dam opens, and it is what it is. But you really find out who a person is when, the dam opens, and then you come right back out there and you make a play to set up your team to win the football game. And that's a classic example of Tyson Campbell there. Now, does he have to play better? Sure, absolutely. Have to, right? Because you're getting paid like that. But I think it goes to show you that there was no quit in this defense and that the mentality and the mindset has shifted. Look at Devin Lloyd in the preseason. I was ready to call him. I mean, I was ready. I did say, man, maybe it's Ventrell Miller's time, right? Because Devin Lloyd wasn't really playing that well. Devin Lloyd was a liability in coverage. Ventrell Miller, let's see what you got. Well, now what has Devin Lloyd done the first couple of games? Turnovers, drop back into coverage, interceptions. I mean, maybe put him on offense because the guy can't drop a ball, it seems like, Devin Lloyd. But, like, that's how good he's playing now. So I just feel like whether it's Coach Campanelli, whether it's the new players that you brought in, whether it's some of the old guard with guys like Dewey and Josh Hines Allen taking more of the leadership role, or a combination of everything. Whatever it is, man, like, you're seeing a mental shift in this defense. And whether you give up the big plays, whether maybe you have a rough couple quarters, like, they always seem to come back and rebound. And right now, that's something you can hang your hat on.
Yeah, I think, Austin, I'm going to piggyback on what you just said because you sparked something in me. Think about the Devin Lloyd stuff right now. And I'm going to give you the Travis Etienne example. These two guys are playing really well. And guess what? Remember on the depth chart, they were like Devin Lloyd or Ventrell Miller, Travis Etienne or Tank Bigsby. And I'm not telling you like I love the or stuff, but my point is they came in and created competition. And what you got to appreciate about guys is when they respond to that. And competition is good for everybody. Competition at any level is good for anybody. It brings out the best if you really want it. And so I think these guys are showcasing. I mean, this is just a very elementary sports thing right now with these two guys. They brought in competition. They said, hey, we're going to bring guys in to take your job if you don't perform better. And they're performing better. So hats off to them. But that's also hey, they created real competition. And what did Dewey say to us in camp? He said, the best players are going to play. Like, there's no like ties, there's no allegiances, there's no that's my guy. Best players are going to play. And that has also resonated well with this football team. But I do think you're right about Tyson Campbell's big moment for him. It's a huge play in that football game. How many like those kind of moments do we have from Tyson Campbell over the years? Not a ton. So I think when you get those kind of moments for him, that can change his whole psyche, his whole swagger. He needed some good things to go right. There's one other guy I want to bring up on the defensive side, because I'm going to say something that's going to probably sound a little outlandish, but I think I could debate it and argue it. I think you could take Josh Hines Allen right now, and through 3 weeks of the season, he's going to have a half a sack, and it's going to be about his only stat that would show up where everybody looks. And I think he could be in the running right now for Defensive Player of the Year through 3 weeks. I think he has been that impactful on the field in these 3 games. And Austin, you're watching him close. You get what I'm saying? You think that's a little dramatic? I mean, do you have to have more sacks? Because he's forcing interceptions with his pressures. He's creating havoc. You see the one clip someone had out there today, like 4 different guys tried to block him, and he's still chasing. The effort play from 41 and 44, for that matter, have just been tremendous. And I just feel like they are having so much impact on these football games in the first 3 weeks, even though it says a half a sack next to his name.
No, I mean, whether or not you want to make him, defensive player so far, like, of the year, I mean, that could be up for debate. But yes, he is playing at a very high level. But like, I'm under the impression that I think Trayvon Walker might even be playing. I mean, they're both playing at like an all-pro level, so neither of them are bad. But I think in terms of pressures, in terms of production, you may even go say right now Trayvon Walker is even outshining Josh Hines Allen. Like, it's a very close competition, which is not a bad thing to have.
Yeah, I think you're right. And again, I'm just trying to punch my point home. And I think Trayvon's playing outstanding too. And you're right. I think it is debatable, but that just shows you how well these guys are playing. And when there's an interception, it feels like 41 and 44 are around the quarterback at the same time, right?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they're forcing a lot of these things that just right now aren't showing up in the stat column. And hopefully they end up showing up in the stat column a little bit more. But his defense has just been terrific, nothing short of terrific. It's just mind-boggling how little they had on the turnover front a year ago. And to say 3 games in, they have already eclipsed 17 games of last year. We knew it was a weird stat. We knew it was an anomaly. And I mean, it's just unbelievable. And maybe this is a bit of an anomaly, but I do think when you've done it 3 games in a row, you start to say, hey, this is who you are. You go get the football. And right now the Jaguars are doing a good job of getting the football. Hey, let's stay on time. Why don't we take a break, come back a little bit more from the Dream 18 golf tournament. I'm probably going to let you guys go and take this so I don't kind of get in your way from out here too much. And we talk a lot of ball with the Jags and around the NFL and everything else all the way until 1 o'clock. Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. By the way, Brent and Strange on the show tonight. Jags Report live out at String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach. But we'll continue to talk about these Jags and that defense and the quarterback talk of the first hour. Just part of our Monday morning quarterback report driven by your local Hyundai dealers. And now there's even more to love, a lot to like about the Jaguars starting off 2-1. We'll be right back.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard Exterior and Gutter Helmet Showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax Pal. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax Pal.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar, grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you.
Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it.
String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
Sun's out, suits out. That's right, it's summertime in Florida, which means it's time to say goodbye to bulking season and hello to shredding season. But if you're like me, you're having a hard time sculpting and shaping those final pounds. That is until I came and saw my friends over at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Right now, everyone is hopping on the Evolve X train, and the only destination is finding your perfect summer body. The technology uses electrical muscle stimulation and radio frequency energy to cause your muscles to contract, all while heating up those deep layers of your skin and tissue to produce collagen and reduce fat. It's like doing 1,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes. No pain, no needles, just results, right? That's right. So leave those winter layers back at the station and come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Man, without that Jaguars win,
Oh, boy.
there would have been 2 conversations today. There would have been the Trevor Lawrence conversation. I'm sorry, correction, 3 conversations.
There you go.
The Trevor Lawrence conversation, the drop balls conversation, and then the Travis Hunter conversation. Hamby, let me start by asking you this. What are your initial thoughts about Travis Hunter and what he did in the game yesterday?
And I mean, look, played 41 defensive snaps. I like what I saw on defense. I'm trying to separate the fact that not really impressed by any of the Texans' weapons, obviously outside of Nico.
Yep.
Yet it was still locked down from the Jags defense as a whole. I think the worry here is offensively. Played 31 snaps, had 1 catch in the ball game. I want to be careful because I think that, already we should be impressed with what he's been able to do, regardless of the stats.
Correct.
However, I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows it. Don't think he knows where he's lining up a lot of the time. I don't think it was just one play. I think it's causing, we're going down to two seconds on the play clock, and we're barely getting the snap off. We are having to call a timeout 1 or 2 times, and I don't think this was a one-game thing either. I mean, we saw it with the Bengals, and I think I noticed, but maybe a little bit of an excuse. We're on the road. It's our first road start in the National Football League. But the fact that it was, again, it wasn't just the illegal procedure or anything like that, which wasn't even necessarily on him. It was, he's on the left side of the formation. Trevor thinks he's on the right. When should he be coming in motion? I don't think he knows.
Yeah.
And if he does know, I think he's second guessing, and at best. And there was a point in time where I was like, man, I don't know how you can trust where he's going to be where he's supposed to be. That said, when the ball's in his hand, we only really got one opportunity to see it yesterday, and it looks special. He's taking a ball that he catches at the line of scrimmage and getting 20 and getting a first down.
Yeah.
Right, and making a lot of guys miss. So there's flashes, but man, it's I don't know if he knows what he's doing when he's on the offensive side of the football.
Yeah, I agree with you. Let me say this first to get us into this here. To me, Travis Hunter suffers from the Trevor Lawrence problem. Now, what do I mean by that? When Trevor Lawrence was drafted, and it necessarily wasn't even like local media, even though there was some local media, but it was more like of a national media. It was more of like the mock draft experts and everything telling us that this guy was going to be generational. Like, we immediately built up Trevor Lawrence like it was going to be the preconceived notion like he's going to be our savior. He's going to will us to Super Bowls. Right? So a lot of the problems I feel like sometimes that comes from this fan base in terms of what you see on Trevor, the problem is that the expectations were so high when he first got here, it's like it's almost impossible to reach said expectations unless the guy wins you a couple Super Bowls, right? So when he has like a bad throw here, when he throws an interception there, those people that were championing him as a generational talent, the best thing since Peyton Manning and everything, like they get in their feelings a little bit. And I get it. And I think a lot of draft pundits, I think a lot of national media also get in their feelings because they're the ones that were touting the guy as, yep, this guy's going to be the next thing since Andrew Luck, right? So then when it doesn't look that way for a couple games, then they want to start attacking and saying, oh, look at what he's doing now. And they don't watch the games. They just, they just go off the box score. Here's the problem with Travis Hunter, and this is why it's the Trevor Lawrence effect. Your own GM, who I think we're all huge fans of, so far in terms of free agent signings, in terms of sound bites, in terms of culture building, like James Gladstone just might be him. Now he's rocking a mustache too. We've seen the mustache?
Yeah, man, that looks cool.
Okay, we sidetracking to the chair.
No, we're just going to keep this up.
All right,
it's just for the people who are watching. You know,
Okay.
if you want to see a potential hole-in-one. But continue, please.
Okay, so when you talk about Travis Hunter and where, I think the issue could be, well, you told us that he was going to change the game. You told us that it was sports entertainment and that this guy is going to come into the league and change the game. Now, has Travis Hunter changed the game so far? Well, yeah, look at him. He's getting reps on offense and defense. The problem is, though, like I think we expected to see more on offense.
Sure.
And we saw a taste of it. While it was a small sample size yesterday, you saw a taste of when he gets the ball, right, turns like whatever it was, like a 6-yard route into like, I think it was like 20-something yards.
Yeah, I think it was 20.
Off of a juke step that, I'm not going to lie, I haven't seen a lot of guys do before. That was crazy. He was in the Matrix for a second. So then you see that, and it's like, well, why can't we get more of that on offense? He's showing, and once again, he's a rookie, so give him some time, but he's showing like a feel for the game. When he has the ball in his hands and he has a little open space, he can make special things happen. It's the same way that I felt about Brian Thomas Jr. last year when they weren't getting him the ball. And so finally, Mac Jones comes in and you start doing these bubble screens. It's like, oh, look what happens when we get Brian Thomas Jr. the ball in space. The same thing happened yesterday for Travis Hunter. So now it's like, well, how do you incorporate him more into the game? And then, Hamby, you bring it up, and I agree with you. I think right now there's a fundamental problem of learning the playbook. Because you saw the timeout yesterday in the second half. There was some frustration between Travis and Trevor. I saw it personally on the sidelines when Travis Hunter, for a couple plays, was on the sidelines, goes to Liam Coen and says, and once again, I'm just paraphrasing, I couldn't hear what they were saying, but it looked like he was saying to Liam, let me go in, and Liam Coen said no, and then Travis Hunter I saw go like this. Same thing that Trevor did. right? So now I saw that on the sidelines, and that wasn't just a one-time thing. It was a couple times. So there obviously seems to be a little disconnect now in terms of how they see him on offense and how they can view him on offense. And whether that's more of just, getting to learn the playbook or whatever, that has to happen. Because, Hamby, I'm going to ask you this question right now, and I think based off of yesterday's results, this could be a great debate. Where is Travis Hunter needed right now more? On offense or defense?
Gosh. How things change week to week.
For sure.
If you would have asked me this last week, I would have said defense because Jarian's out, and obviously the secondary looked a little suspect. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins both have nice days, and we can't stop Browning.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think it's 100% offense. What can you count on? BTJ, I get it. He has the 46-yard catch, and I'm really glad that he had it because that's something that hopefully will carry him forward. But he's not trustworthy. He dropped more balls than he caught. How can he be trustworthy? Parker Washington had two drops. Again, especially if Diami's out, forget it. Travis has got to play on offense because who else do you have? There was a stretch in that fourth quarter where you're like, ETN drops one as well. You're literally like, unless this ball goes to Brenton Strange, I guess we're just settling for 3rd and 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he got to a point, and obviously, these guys, they're going to catch the football, but trustworthy?
Yeah.
You got to have as many playmakers out there as you can right now. If Dyami Brown misses the game against San Francisco, and I have no idea if he will or not. I don't know the extent of the shoulder injury. But if he does, I think Travis Hunter's got to play just about every passing down. He's got to be on the field. He's got to be on the field because I don't know who else you trust, and you've got to hope that he knows the playbook.
Or if that's how then simplify the playbook.
Or
right?
simplify.
Like help him out.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, I almost agree with you, Hamby, because once again, how confident are we with Brian Thomas Jr. right now? If Brown is out, okay, he's out. I mean, how confident are you with Tim Patrick? How are you feeling about Parker Washington, who probably had his worst day yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're not really feeling good about this wide receiving core right now. I am feeling good about the defense. Now, are you going to miss a little bit in the secondary if Travis Hunter's not playing every single rep? Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But at some point, I feel like this offense has to take off.
And I feel like
and get a rhythm.
And I feel like it should probably be week to week, which I think they are doing based off of the defenses that you're playing. Like, if Buster Brown would have played all the defensive snaps instead of Travis Hunter yesterday, is there a difference? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like it would be jumping off the page that Xavier Hutchinson would have been, gone for 100 yards or anything like that. And then you move to the 49ers. So this week, if Jawan Jennings doesn't play, the 49ers have Ricky Pearsall on the outside, and that's it.
See,
don't you just entrust him to Tyson and figure it out on the other side and say, hey, Travis, all week you've got the playbook.
Yeah.
Motions, where you're lining up, all of it, because you have got to play a major role for us on the outside. Expect 8 targets.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely fair. And I think that should be the game plan going forward. Because, I mean, if you watch the 49ers, they're a great team because they can beat you numerous ways, right? Christian McCaffrey, when he's healthy, is one of the best running backs in the league. Well, he's healthy right now.
Right.
They got that fullback that had a touchdown yesterday. I always mess up his name. Whatever. Jay's whatever.
Is it not Kyle Juszczyk?
Yeah, there you go. Juszczyk, thank you. I always want to say like Jay's check or something, but I'm thinking of MMA and you want a Jay check. Juszczyk. Ricky Pearsall is, it's pretty much all they got right now on that offense in terms of receiving threat. So I agree with you. And I guess here's the issue, Hamby. I think I speak for a lot of the fan base when I say we don't even know how we're supposed to feel about Travis Hunter right now. Because how are we supposed to feel about it? I don't know. On defense, he's doing well, but guess what? He's a cornerback. So we're not going to always call his name. Right. And then on offense, which is like, in terms of the wide receiver position, that's like the one position where you can kind of check the box score to see how they're doing just because it's all about targets, receptions, and yards and touchdowns. Well, that doesn't look good. right? So then how are we supposed to really feel about this? Because keep in mind, we've never seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take it to the national level in terms of we've never seen this before. And then you want to talk about Diana Rossini dropping an article saying, yep, they're not using them properly. Blah, blah.
Save it.
And then I heard Richie Incognito, of all people, who I did not expect to have a conversation about him today, talk about how they just got to put him to one side.
I didn't know he was a talking head.
He's with Skip Bayless and Aqib Talib.
Oh, what a great pairing.
The most random pairing of all time. Haven't watched it yet, saw the highlight, though.
Aqib Talib.
And then we had Rex Ryan a couple weeks ago saying, it's dumb to put him on both positions, just put him at one. It's crazy because the national media is so different than like what the local media is here in Jacksonville. We're having the argument of how much to use them on each side, right? And where is he better versed? And then the national perspective is, well, he's not doing anything anywhere, so you might as well just put him on one side. No. Watch the game.
Right.
Watch what he did on defense. And then here's the problem, Hamby, and this is what I want to echo to people like Diana Rossini and people like who I hold in high regard like Rex Ryan. And Richie Incognito can fit this mold too as well. You've never seen a player like this before. Nobody has. So stop getting your preconceived notions of what it's supposed to look like. I don't know. Hamby, you don't know. Rex Ryan, you don't know. Incognito, you don't know. Diana Rossini, you don't know. So how about we just enjoy this ride that Travis Hunter's taken us on, and we'll see how it works out. But to sit there and say, nope, just put on one position. Really? Because what has he showed you on offense where he can't handle it when he gets the ball in his hands? Mm-hmm. Looks pretty decent when he gets the ball in his hands. What has he showed you on defense where it's like, oh, he's outmanned, outgunned? I don't know. Had some pretty nice tackles yesterday. So I think he's a pretty good guy on both sides of the ball. So how about we just keep our mouths shut and we sit back and we enjoy the experience? But no, we've never seen this before. So we don't know how to feel about it. So we're going to err on the side of causing drama, causing, people to click on it, get views, gotcha journalism, right? And there we go.
And here's the thing. Well, you're exactly right, because nobody who thinks that he can play both sides and wants him to play both sides is this is the long game. We got to play the long game.
Yeah.
The easy argument to make is he should only play one side. Why do you think they're all making it? It's the easy way. The easy argument.
Yeah. I
don't have to think to be like, oh, yeah, well, he should just play one side. Because that's what everybody else does. Mm-hmm. I can just say, well, everybody else does it. In National Football League is hard. It's hard enough. He can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy.
Yep.
And the easy way is going to be rewarded, especially 3 weeks into the football season.
Yeah.
It's a learning curve.
Of course.
Yeah,
but once
sure, were Jags fans' expectations a little bit too high?
Well, Hamby, they had to be because your own GM was saying this guy's going to change the game.
And I get it.
Right? So
I get it.
Maybe now in retrospect.
But the GM didn't say this guy's going to change the game in week 3.
No, for sure.
He's thinking a 15-year career in a Jags jersey where this guy legitimately at some point becomes all-pro on offense, all-pro on defense. That's what he's thinking. He's not thinking, oh boy, well, he had one catch in week 3 of his third ever career game in the NFL. Man, I really hyped this up too much. I bet you Gladstone hasn't skipped a beat.
But no, for sure. But let's be honest, though, Hamby, and let's go back to what the goals were here when they drafted Travis Hunter. Right now, I don't know if Gladstone came out and said this like the very first time he got in front of the microphone, but we know why Travis Hunter's here. Travis Hunter is here to help Trevor Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this question so far. We're 3 games into the regular season.
Right.
Has Travis Hunter helped Trevor Lawrence?
Yes.
How?
He didn't make a big impact yesterday.
No.
I know
I get Carolina. Okay, yeah, sure.
I mean, against the Bengals, I know he had 6 catches for 35 yards. That's another in that game. He was a trustworthy and dependable target for Trevor to find and know that we were going to be ahead of the sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Know that we were going to be. There's Liv, Action Sports Checks, Liv Tassley, check it in.
What's up, Liv?
18 charity golf tournament, South Hampton.
Looking good. Like the hat.
There we go. Very nice hat.
Oh, yeah. So you can hear me? Right on. Cool.
Mine's in my car. I've been wearing it all weekend.
If I wore a hat, I would totally rock it, but I can't.
Whose phone? Who's calling?
Anyway.
Okay. So appreciate Stuart out there showing us that, and we're going to continue to show you hole-in-one attempts from the 12th hole at South Hampton all show long. But let's get to. Travis Hunter has helped Trevor Lawrence.
By the way, real quick, sorry, Hammy, didn't mean to cut you off.
No problem.
I don't know golf at all. That is like the worst hole. Just put it in the sand trap next time and let him hit it in the sand. Like, what are we doing with this hole placement?
Stuart says yes.
Seriously. How do you play that shot? You gotta bounce it off that fringe and then hopefully it goes in. You gotta put some backspin on it and let it roll down the hill.
You know what? Now that you say it, I can't believe that on Brent's list of 1,000 things to do for this charity golf tournament, he didn't have to personally go out there and change the hole location.
That's impossible. That's impossible.
Uh-oh. Who do we have here?
That was Blake Bortles.
This is the best attempt, Stuart says.
Okay.
Best attempt.
Okay.
Golly.
Put a little backspin on that.
Tight on that ball.
No, it's great.
Ooh.
Oh, see? That's what I'm saying. What do you got to do there?
You got to go long.
And then put that backspin on it?
I guess so. Man, what a shot.
That's a beautiful shot. Now, nowhere close to a Cadillac, but a beautiful shot. Because once again, impossible hole placement.
Yeah, these guys are probably pissed. Okay. Oh, my gosh. They're right on the fringe.
Put it on that second step. If someone hits on the second step, boom, there you go. Free car. That'd be easier.
Z Fortner in the chat. Z Fortner 89 is nearly ace 12 the other weekend. Tap in bird. Atta baby.
Okay.
Atta baby.
Now, was the whole placement the same? I doubt it, right? Or was it?
That's a good question.
Okay. Definitely wasn't the pin location, though. Yeah, they know exactly what they're doing.
Facts.
Yeah, this is playing expert mode on Tiger Woods right now.
Ooh.
That's what it is.
It is.
Okay. Anyway, sorry, Hamby.
Yeah, he's helping. He helped in week 1. He helped in week 2. 6 catches, 35, not glamorous. When BTJ, and I know BTJ got 12 targets last week.
Sure.
But you had to have somebody who was a reliable target, and Travis Hunter was.
Mm-hmm.
Do I expect him to impact the games much more? Of course. Do I expect him to help out Trevor Lawrence a lot more? Absolutely. We haven't seen Travis Hunter, off the top of my head, catch a ball that was 10 to 15 yards past the line of scrimmage in the air yet this year.
Yep. Everything
has been in cuts, slants, speed out, stuff like that.
Turning into Lad McConkey right before our eyes.
So, that if I had to pick one thing specifically, I would say, man, I want him to stretch the field a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because the biggest thing about Travis Hunter, other than the agility, the athleticism, all that is, and I want to see this guy go up and go one-on-one.
Absolutely.
I want to see the ball skills. I want to see him high point one. I want to see him maul somebody, right? And he just hadn't had that opportunity yet. I guess my question is, do you think he's frustrated?
Yeah, listen. I told you what I saw on the sidelines. I'm not trying to snitch or anything like that or like trying to call something out that, isn't there. But I did see a guy yesterday in Travis Hunter wanting to go in the ball game.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, we've all been there. Like if you played any sort of sport,
you don't want to ride the pond.
We've all been there, right? Whether it's grade school, middle school, high school, like where if it's basketball, football, whatever, like you're on the bench, you're on the sideline, you want to go in the game, you're like, man, if I just stand close enough to coach, he's going to notice me, he's going to put me in, and then here we go. And you're like, coach, let me put me in, and then all of a sudden he holds you back. And then you get like, oh, what the hell was that? We've all been there.
Mm-hmm.
That happened yesterday. A couple times. Right? So I got to believe, because this happened like also, this was like in the first half more, but like, I got to believe, Hamby, that this is definitely more of a scheme thing in terms of learning the playbook. And it's got nothing to do with the talent on the field.
Because
I would hope that if I'm Liam Coen right now and I'm, offensive coordinator and everything, Grant, I would hope that you have the wherewithal to go, hey, when the guy gets the ball in his hands, good things can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hope that's the case. I hope they're not like, he's still learning the position. Like, no, okay. He knows how to catch a ball. He's fast. He's agile. He's smooth. Okay. You can play wide receiver. But you got to can you be depended on to run the right routes, to line up properly to block. And maybe that's an issue right now. And if that's the issue, then okay. I'm cool with that. I'll come with you on that because guess what? It's a marathon, not a sprint. Especially in a guy in a role that we've never really seen before do this. So if he needs more time to pick up the playbook, then so be it. But there's got to be a point where it's like, hey, we need you out there on offense.
Yeah.
Okay? We need you at wide receiver. You keep doing your thing on defense, doing a great job. You're picking it up. Lockdown coverage, making tackles. You're not shying away from contact. Fantastic. But we need you to step it up a little more on offense.
Yeah.
Because right now, we're getting a little stagnant, and we need some explosive plays. Please be that guy.
Yeah, I think if Liam Coen was 100% honest, he would say it's tough to put him out there at times because he's unsure of himself.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he lines up wrong, not only, it throws the entire playoff, and we're not, the Jags probably not even going to get the playoff in general.
Mm-hmm.
Period. You have to take another timeout. If he's on the wrong side of the field, that throws off everything. And I just think that if maybe there needs to be more emphasis there, as you were saying, because it is like, how can you put a guy on the field? I don't want to over exaggerate it. But to make the point, how can you put a guy on the field that doesn't know where he's supposed to line up? You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. So we just got to know. And I would say that it's not like he never knows. He knows a lot. He knows the majority of the time. But obviously, you need that to be 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Step one of being a successful offense is lining it up right and executing the play, the start of the play, even pre-snap. So I want him on the field as much as possible on offense.
Yeah.
Especially when we have question marks really over every other receiver in the room right now. Until further notice, which I do believe at one point, this will no longer be a conversation at some point in this season. And I certainly hope that's the case. There's no more conversation about BTJ. He's had multiple weeks of looking like himself again, looking like he did in year one last year. De'Ami Brown's back. Parker Washington, that was just a fluke, two passes there in the second half of that football game. I need Travis Hunter a lot until that is the case.
Yeah.
And as long as he shows that ability with the ball in his hand to make something out of nothing, feed him targets.
And you know what? And once again, and this is just going back to the whole national narrative yet of, well, what has he done? And there's some discrepancies around the league that he's not being used enough and all this stuff. What's Cam Ward doing? How are those Titans looking? How's Ashton Genty doing? How's Ashton Genty doing? We almost got him. How's he doing?
It's true.
Is he doing all right or not? Let's go. What we got? 17 attempts for 63 yards, no touchdowns. 11 attempts for 43 yards, no touchdowns. 19 attempts for 38 yards and a touchdown. But we love talking about Travis Hunter. But we love showcasing the Jacksonville Jaguars in a negative light because they're not using him properly. What's Cam Ward doing? How's Genty doing? Okay, then. So how about we watch some football? How about we turn on those Jaguars games? How about we see what he's doing on defense? And we're okay with it. And then how about we watch him on offense a little bit every once in a while? I'm like, okay, he's picking it up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and by the way, we're 2-1. So I guess we're doing all right. I don't know. Panic button's not available right now, Hamby? Panic button might be out the window as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, I'm all for it.
Panic button might be gone.
Wow.
Sorry, endorsers. Sorry. We're going to get endorsed and everything. May not need it this year. All right. Take a break here, Hamby.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go ahead and take a break. Let's reset a little bit. We're way over time, aren't we?
Yeah.
Hey,
when we come back, we're going to hear a little Trevor. All right, we need to hear a little Trevor. We might hear from Cohen as well. We'll see if we have time for it today. We're flying by the seat of our pants. We're talking Jags. It's a Victory Monday. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. We'll be right back on the Brent and Austen Show.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, we have what you need.
Get a Moto Guzzi Stone Corsa for just $235 a month, or a Triumph Trident for as low as $207 a month. Or the popular Honda Rebel 1100 DCT starting at a low $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from all of our great brands, only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
We've been telling you about the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network for over a year now. How to find it, what to see. Simply put, it's TV online. Local sports content all day, every day, just like this.
Did you always want to make history? Like, think that big, or just say, hey, I want to play in the NFL?
I always say I want to play in the NFL.
Cuts it back to her left side, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, my goodness.
What a pass.
And they have been. We've been talking. We've been articulating.
I did have a sense that they wanted to be bold, that they wanted to make a splash.
It's content you won't find on TV. Find it on actionsportsjax.com and just sit back and watch local sports all day on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
What's been going on?
We're both dealing with a lot of guilt right now.
Can't sleep,
Not
can't eat.
eating.
You see that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe? We only paid $100 for it.
Looks like we're out of time. Breathing exercises. Inhale, exhale.
Enjoy the new car.
Okay, thanks.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get a Hyundai Santa Fe with 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Or get $3,500 bonus cash. Hurry in.
What a throw! Touchdown, Jaguars!
We're coming for you.
They're going to get him on the ground, and that's going to end the ball game.
We show no mercy.
Lawrence looking deep in the end zone. Touchdown! ETN is going to take it all the way!
Right here on CBS 47. CBS 47.
Right here.
Your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Jaguars strike first.
Go Jags.
You have the opportunity to explore what you might want to do with your life.
There's so many opportunities here that it can spark interest that you didn't even know you had.
Baker Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School. Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jax team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Here's a look at all of our golfers as they took off this morning to start the Dream 18 charity golf events. Early morning tee off for a lot of these pairings and these foursomes. Appreciate everybody who's participating, and also want to shout out Access Golf and Cadillac as the title sponsors. There's Bachman again.
Mm-hmm.
There's Burrish again.
Best beard in the game right there.
Best beard in the game. He might not have, best ball, but he's got the best beard. So that was early this morning, and we're going to take another live look. Hole 12. Oh, we got somebody on the tee right here. Here we go. Looking comfortable. Oh, looks like we're going right. Looks like we're going
Lost
well
in
right.
the clouds a little bit. Lost in the overcast.
Yep, we're going well. Uh-oh. Did Stewart
Lost it in the nimbus clouds.
Stewart says no good.
No good. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that tee placement's intimidating, Hamby. Hamby,
yeah.
why aren't you out there, man? I thought you were taking up golf.
No, I mean, not really.
Eventually,
not enough I'll play in this, baby.
Not enough to put you out there in terms of the pressure and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
So shout out again to Cadillac, Access Golf, and all the other sponsors who are helping us out over there.
Do we get opportunity for one more hit here?
I think that group is
that was
done,
the last
so
one?
they're
Okay.
going to go try and find their ball.
We'll come.
No guarantees. No guarantees.
There is no guarantees, man.
No guarantees.
Yeah.
Austin, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
One thing that is buried well down the list of topics coming off of yesterday's Jags game.
Okay. Is it the cost of bottled water at the game? Because I feel a certain type of way about that, but go ahead.
No, it was not.
I'm kidding.
It was going to be, Cam Little missed a kick.
Mm-hmm.
And, look, if you're totally shocked by that, then,
yeah.
I guess you didn't think he was a human being.
Yeah.
Because he is.
Yeah.
It was only a matter of time. Definitely. But, man, my first thought, how cool is it that when a guy misses a, 48-yarder or something like that, that you're that surprised?
But by the way, same thing from the Houston kicker, too, as well. Faber or whatever, who's usually pretty reliable. I was like, okay, that was interesting. The win, to be fair, and listen, far be it from me to defend kickers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The win was a little crazy yesterday, in terms of,
right.
It's swirling and everything.
Right.
Let me ask you this before we talk about Cam Little. How'd you feel about the play call by Liam Coen? Because it seemed like he was going to go for it, calls a timeout, and then trots out Cam Little.
Yeah, it was a little awkward.
A little awkward.
I think that maybe he threw off the rhythm a little bit. Actually, talked to Josh Scobie very briefly on Twitter. I asked him if it threw off the rhythm, and he was like, he pretty much said, no, he just pushed it, and there was wind.
Yeah.
So speaking of wind, let's see how the wind impacted Scobie's shot this morning at the Dream 18.
Oh, nice.
Here's Scobie. Let's roll on this baby.
Seeing Scobie all over Twitter the past couple days. That's a good swing, good follow through.
Good swing. Oh, that looks
that wind. Whoa.
Scope.
Josh, stop using the driver, man.
My goodness.
Ease off the gas a little bit.
Sailed it.
Is that in does that hit someone's house? Does Josh have good insurance?
Oh, I think he'll be all right.
I mean, should we delete that video so in case they want to, no one's pressing charges? Scrub that video. Bump it, Hammy. Get out of here.
It's done.
Sorry, Josh.
My bad.
Front of the show, Josh Scobie getting snitched on.
My bad.
Man. Allstate, you're not in good hands. Josh, get out of there. Run. Could have put through a hole in the window or something. Dang.
Wind got the better of him.
Uncharacteristic of Josh Scobie, to say the least.
Then calculate it.
Uncharacteristic. But, so yeah, how'd you feel about it, Hamby, in terms of the timeout? Because I'm echo what I'll take it in my shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was saying go for it in our section, and I go, that's the dumbest thing ever. Kick the field goal, get the guaranteed points, go up 2 scores.
Yeah,
right. The way your defense is playing, the way C.J. Stroud looked, they can't run the football. Yeah. All they got's Nico Collins. We're all good. Go up 2 scores.
Mm-hmm.
So then imagine my disbelief when you can't hit the field goal, and all of a sudden you're stuck by 1 score. I'm like, okay, maybe they should have went for it.
Yeah. No,
what do you think?
I thought it would have been insane to go for it there. I thought it was an auto kick, and 100 times out of 100, the way that your defense is playing, you go up 2 scores, the game feels like it's over. No shot that the Texans could have scored twice against you yesterday. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they ended up kicking it, so no harm, no foul. But I don't know. I feel like I would have liked to see, immediately. Like, there's not even a question. Yeah, of course we're kicking it. Of course we're taking the points.
Yeah.
Why do we have to wait till we're down on the play clock to kind of change our minds a little bit? But, hey, again, no harm, no foul. You kicked it. You made it. Ended up not mattering anyway.
Correct.
So, yeah.
When we talk about that game yesterday, and I kind of start off the show with this, but it can't be echoed enough. Like, if you want to tell me what I feel like is the most reliable thing on this team, like, it's the special teams. Now, I get, like, kickoffs have been a little bit of a problem, right, against Cincinnati. P. Ryan, it seems like, had the ball at the 35 or 40-yard line every single possession. Mm-hmm. But in terms of your field goal kicking, in terms of your punting, those have been your most dependable things, your most reliable things. And yesterday, it didn't work out like that. It wasn't your most reliable thing. It was your defense. So I think it speaks volumes when you have an offensive-minded head coach who's supposed to put points on the board. Well, they didn't really do that yesterday. You have a kicker and a punter who are arguably some of the best in the league. Well, they didn't necessarily look like that yesterday. But your saving grace that won you a football game is your defense. And sometimes that's the way it goes. Now, in the past, when it went like that, you lost those games. Once again, to echo my point to start the show off, that's why it feels different. That's why things are maybe turning a new leaf here. Because in the past, when your most reliable things have failed you, and you have to rely on something that you didn't have a lot of expectations for, and it turns out to be a good thing, you still don't win those football games. Yesterday, you won it. And that can be a difference. What do you got for me, Hamby? What are you smiling about?
Smiling at the gentleman who just entered the studio.
Yes, he'll be here in a second to go over. I think we got a game today, or maybe just make good on our bets, which, by the way, I don't want to see him because I feel like I missed by like a yard, didn't I? And a couple of them.
Yeah. You took some brutal L's.
I took some brutal L's, but hey, the bank account and my real betting, doing just fine.
Yeah, baby.
We're doing just fine, though.
Oh, boy.
But as long as I don't got to throw the dartboard, we'll see. And by the way, are we going to make Brent Martineau pay up on his bet tomorrow? Because I'm flying to Australia on tomorrow evening. Mm-hmm. But Wednesday I'll be gone. So
yes.
Are we going to make Brent dress up as Dan Hicken?
I believe so.
That's tomorrow?
Yep.
Going to hold him accountable?
I believe so.
Now, does he have to go through a table as well, Casey? Have we established that yet? Still iffy on the table because Brent does owe us one table from a Bills loss years ago.
Okay.
That was never paid. So we'll see how that shakes out as well. Hamby, before we kind of wrap up here and go to break a little bit, one thing that I want to talk about in terms of talking about this defense and talking about how they won you that game. First 3 weeks. Panthers, Bengals, who I was like, okay. But then I watched them yesterday against the Minnesota Vikings. And by the way, if you have the Minnesota Vikings defense, congratulations on your W. Don't even need to see who your quarterbacks, running backs, wide receiver. Congratulations on the dub. They put up like 40 points in fantasy, scored 2 touchdowns. Did you see this, by the way? I forgot who the guy was. I think it's Rodgers from Minnesota.
Yeah, he scored 2 of them.
But did you see what PFF did?
No.
For the first time in PFF history, they gave him a 99.9 rating, which is like the perfect score. Like, if you can't score 100 scoring 2 touchdowns on defense, you probably never will. Right. So he got like the first perfect score in PFF. So now I'm looking at Cincinnati's offense saying, okay, well, maybe not so much with Jake Browning.
Yeah, I mean, look,
so
it was bad that the Jaguars allowed what they did.
Correct.
Course.
So then here's what I'm going to say, and we saw what the Texans were. Houston, we have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
How good are the Jaguars' defense? Because through three weeks, sure, show me the rankings, show me the turnovers and everything, and I'll show you all 3 offenses that maybe aren't who we thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
How good are the Jaguars' defense?
I think they're going to still have. I think they're going to show signs of dominance throughout the season, depending on who they're playing.
Okay.
And I think it'll just totally be depending on who they're playing, much like it is with every defense, of course. Matchup league.
Well, I'm glad you brought this up because I want to go over the next couple opponents, and I want to see, are we going to expect another dominant showing?
Yeah.
The 49ers.
Almost dominant.
Yeah, like solid, right? Because
solid.
I mean, they're a solid team, obviously.
Yeah, just playing on the West Coast.
Good offensive line, playing the West Coast.
Still Shanahan.
Well coached. Mac Jones, though, right?
Yeah, you should play well.
Yeah, okay. Chiefs.
Play well.
Right? Because what is the Chiefs showing you right now?
Should play well.
I mean, Xavier Worthy, we'll see when he comes back, but like Smith-Schuster doesn't really scare you.
Yeah.
Hollywood Brown doesn't really scare you.
No.
Hey, if this is 2019, yeah, you'd be scared.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not.
No.
Isaiah Pacheco, we're all good.
You're at home. You should hold him to 24 points at most.
Travis Kelce, no,
Okay.
not scared. Hey, I'm good.
Put Devin Lloyd on him.
There you go, man to man. Seattle Seahawks.
Haven't watched the second of them yet.
Okay.
I know they won they put up 48 points yesterday or something on the Saints.
It can be a little scary. They can pound the rock, and
I know JSN has done.
JSN might be like the future, right before our eyes.
So they have two receivers and they can run the football, so that could pose some challenges. They're far from one-dimensional.
Yep. All right, let's keep going a little bit just for the sake of it. Rams. Yes, I mean,
you should be able to play well against Rams.
Yeah, but the Rams still scare. I mean, just the Rams scare me. Just for whatever. I mean,
yeah.
On paper, not so much, but like watching them play, they scare you.
You should be able to get to Stafford though.
Okay. Raiders.
Have a field day.
And then we'll wrap up with one more here. The Texans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dominate.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 6 games.
Yeah.
Maybe the Rams.
Maybe the Rams and
maybe the Seahawks. So 2 out of 6.
Yeah.
Everything else you should take care of business.
I'm with you.
Speaks volumes, man. Now.
Yeah, I feel
can the offense get it together?
You roll in with a lot of confidence that, hey, if you score 24 points in this game, you're probably gonna win it.
Yeah.
Like that's just that's maybe sounds a little high relative to what the Jaguars offense has put up in years past.
Yep.
I don't remember off the top of my head what we averaged last year. It wasn't 24. But they figure out what the heck's going on with the receivers. I mean, they put up obviously 24 in the first 2 games, more than that. So you should be able to do it going forward. And if that's the benchmark, I feel like you're going to have a high likelihood of winning, especially at home.
Without a doubt. And listen, to kind of bring up the point real quick, because it's fun to talk about now. I get it. It's still early on in the NFL season, but the Jaguars are in second place. Texans 0-3, Titans 0-3. It's you and the Colts right now. If you see the next couple Colts games, Rams, could be a tough one for them. Then they're playing the Raiders. That'll probably be a win. We'll see. Play the Cardinals, which Cardinals are kind of an interesting team. James Conner could be up for a while, so we'll see with that. Then they had the Chargers, who might be the team to beat right now in the NFL.
Right.
Cost me and my team, and then the betting picks on a late night field goal.
Yes, it did.
Didn't like that at all. Then the other Titans, they are what they are, and then the Steelers.
Yeah.
So theoretically, out of those 6 games for the Colts, it can go south pretty quickly.
It can.
Right?
It can. Look, I have no idea what you're going to say.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to show you something. And Brent's going to love it.
Okay.
Will you? Uncrustables t-shirts. These are the shirts of the day at the Dream 18.
Are they wearing...
Brent's a sucker for them.
I was going to say, are they rocking the Uncrustables shirts just for Brent?
I mean, I feel like they have to.
That's unreal.
These are the barbershop guys.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that. I'm not going to lie, though. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
The look is a 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
I give it a 7 out of 10, though, because it makes you a little hungry. Like, those look like real Uncrustables.
Yeah.
Now I'm hungry. 7 out of 10.
Nice chip.
Oh, not nice enough.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnik, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnikBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnicht, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnicht Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnicht has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnicht. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnicht. GMC, we are professional grade.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar. Grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, Honda has what you need.
The Honda Talon. Ultimate performance meets family-friendly fun. Prices starting at $363 a month. Or the sporty Honda CBR 650 starting at an affordable $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from a full line of Honda products. Only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
I'm
hot.
Yeah. Ice cold.
Hey,
missed it by a couple yards.
Share some screen with the rest of us, huh?
What's that?
I can't see the screen.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's what happened. The other screen that we use for the show, I don't know what happened to it. You know, people come in here, they do their own shows and everything, and then all of a sudden it kind of just goes to whatever. But ladies and gentlemen, Grace goes to Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network with his presence, the James Gladstone of Jacksonville Sports Media, Mr. 100K by Wednesday, Casey Kurtz.
Thank you.
Who's fixing the monitor right now?
I'm turning it on.
I almost had an aneurysm doing that. Casey, welcome to the show.
Appreciate you, brother.
You're welcome, man. But yeah.
Look at that. All we have to do is press the on button.
I didn't know. Casey,
I don't know why we're turning the monitors off, but I agree. We're good. We're chilling.
Yeah.
That's a big 16 whatever I had there on the screen. Needed that.
Yes, 16 bucks.
Yeah, you're on the board there, baby. 1681.
Welcome.
Can't stop me.
Welcome.
See, like now, I feel pretty good about where I'm at 1681, only because Austin has a pretty serious week upcoming.
Yes. A lot of distractions.
So how locked in are you going to be to your actual betting picks?
You know what it might be? It might just be one game for $20.
Just good luck.
Just a coin flip.
Yeah.
And say, just get me there. Yeah.
I like that.
It might have to be. I don't know.
So now I'm going to play defense. I'm going to place $21 bets.
I like that. I hope you hit one.
Yeah, just need something. So, Hamby, get ready for a big Friday show when I've got 20 different $1 bets that I got to get on the screen.
Oh, see, I didn't even notice. Okay, so yeah, I need something. Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I need because last week is the last. So last week it's the last one, right? Next week.
Next week.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll do a little more due diligence and hopefully Kyle Pitts can have one more yard.
Pitts.
And hopefully, Oregon can get a half a point next time for me, and that'd be great.
You did get hooked pretty bad.
Oh, I got the hook.
I told you about them.
I got the hook. What'd you tell me about them?
Just to stop with them. Lanning won't do it.
He was trying to do it.
He wasn't doing it hard enough?
I know. Well, no, because it was like 6 minutes left in the game. They just said,
we're good. Starters out?
No, but Oregon just said, you know what? Yeah, it's going to be a rivalry game. Yeah, it's called a Civil War for a reason. Let's just go and try to run out the clock and just run the ball and not try to score any points whatsoever.
He's lost his mojo.
That's on Oregon. Oregon State, I mean.
Since he lost that game to Ohio State, this guy's not been the same. Number one team.
How you feel about Penn State, by the way?
Do it. What, against Oregon?
Oregon.
Oh, I think Oregon's better.
You think so?
Yeah, but he's not going to run it up on him. He's like not running up on anybody after Ohio State got ran up on him.
It looks like Brent's joined just in time to explain his offer again. So he had that one miracle week, and now he's right back to hitting the zeros. Brent, what you got, buddy?
Yeah, screw Illinois. That's what I got. They sucked. How about that? By the way, I think it was Case. No, it was Austin that said he likes Indiana. I don't know if you like Indiana that much.
Oh, I did. Don't worry. I put $40 down Indiana to win that game and cover 7.5. So we're good.
Yeah, that was an easy cover.
Liked them a lot. Oh yeah.
That's on me.
No, it's okay, Case. Hey, we're both at fault, right?
That's my fault.
Because I had the Broncos, right? I thought the Broncos were going to do something. They didn't. So hey.
Did we get a single one?
Probably not. We probably went 0 for 6. No, we had the Texans.
No, so
losing.
y'all went 2 and 3.
Doesn't seem like it.
Because we have the Monday night game tonight.
Oh, I was like, hold on, the math.
Lions Ravens. Yep.
Wait, so we got both NFL? Because we did not get Illinois.
No, you didn't. But you took Oklahoma.
7.5. Wasn't it?
Oklahoma win.
Oh, it was 7.5, wasn't it?
I should have said anything.
So that lost.
Sorry, Casey.
Way to go!
Well, we all took Oklahoma, so it wouldn't have mattered.
I just snitched on
all
us.
3 teams took Oklahoma. So they all got 1.
How good is Vegas, by the way? That was the one Hamby tried to get changed to 6.5.
Hamby was right.
I told you, I wanted Oklahoma at 7.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go and give
cover.
Hamby. Yeah, let's go make the Hamby rule. Where every week there's one game where we can adjust it. Let's go and adjust that one. Change it. We all won that one. Feels better.
We adjusted after the fact. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like taking tests in high school in the state of Florida. Yeah, if you didn't do well, just go take it again.
Brent, 2 and 3 sounds a lot better than 1 and 4.
I feel bad for not taking UCF. It's my fault.
Oh, that was me again, Austin. My fault. Yeah. Those boys suck.
Yeah,
I apologize.
Really
the Bill Belichick UNC Tar Heels suck. So
really bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
just
was bad.
Guys,
the
real
sport.
quick.
And the worst part about it, there's no soundbite.
I know.
There's the pregame stuff.
Guys, what do you think must be rolling through Bill Belichick's mind? 6-time Super Bowl winner. when Gio Lopez is up there just like diddling in the pocket and can't hit his check down in the chest.
That's
like,
amazing.
what do you think Bill Belichick is thinking on the sideline?
Not enough because he shouldn't be in the game.
Yeah.
Like, the kid's not
Max
good.
Johnson couldn't hit it either.
I mean,
he's a little bit better.
He's a little bit. I feel like when they put Max Johnson, now granted they're down 106 by the time he gets in there, but both times they put him in, they start scoring points. Maybe start him.
I wish I just know what Bill B is thinking when he's down 20-3 at half at UCF.
That's bad.
Guys, let me ask this question about Bill Belichick, and I can't believe I'm asking it, week 3 into the college football season.
You asking about the AI video?
Well, no, that was just, that was something. But, like, how long is this experiment going to go on for? Because here's the thing, like, I get it. It's not like North Carolina football was, like an Alabama or anything in terms of prestige and glory. But it's very apparent now that whoever plays North Carolina, that's like, that game is circled. Like, you're getting the best out of every team that you play if you're North Carolina. Like, they're going to give you everything they got, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's like their college football championship right there is playing Bill Belichick and the North Carolina Tar Heels.
They're fighting Jordan Hudson's.
Assuming that it keeps going south for North Carolina and they don't win a lot of football games, at some point, do you think a booster is going to step in or the AD's going to step in and be like, hey, this isn't really going the way we thought it was going to go and we may have to go in a different direction?
I think it'll be Bill B who leaves. Sorry, Brent. Go ahead.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think it'll be on Bill's terms. I mean, there's no way they're going to ride him out of there with all the investment. And I would say, like, not that it's great press, but you could fall under any press is good press. Who the hell ever talks about UNC football, right? A little bit good or bad. But, yeah, I think it would be Belichick who pulls the plug before the school pulls the plug, unless there's just something crazy with, I think, the Jordan situation.
Like being on the sideline.
Like being on the sideline? Like going on book tours and causing contra. What more do you need to see?
I don't think in today's landscape, man, I'm not sure that's crazy enough. Like, it obviously isn't crazy enough to fit the bill yet, but I don't think that's crazy in today's world.
Okay.
There are levels.
Okay, let's talk about levels. Out of all the college football programs, how many how many college football coaches have their girlfriend on the sideline before the game chatting her ear off?
Well, I first of all, I don't know the answer to that because most people are married to the like age person that they are with.
Sure.
So like it's not as noticeable, I guess. I see all the time after games, specifically at the collegiate level, not at the NFL level, where the wives are on the field at the end of the game, like in celebration, like all the time. So I'm not sure about before the game. I don't know if that happens before the game. I just think we know this is happening here. I don't know if there's been a situation like that in other places that has got the national attention. This one for obvious reasons.
Hamby, you watch Georgia. You ever see, is Kirby Smart married?
Yes.
All right, you ever see his wife on the sidelines before the game?
No.
Yeah. I think it's kind of a distraction, is it not?
It's a bad look when you then go out and can't play football. Like, it'd be one thing
but
if
is
they
it embarrassing? Is it embarrassing to North Carolina? That I don't think it's a level of embarrassment that would get them fired. That's my point.
Brent, I think it's a really bad look when you have a head coach in Bill Belichick who had this old school way, his demeanor about doing things, winning Super Bowls. It's not fun to play for the New England Patriots, but it's a little fun because you're winning championships. And then you change up your whole routine and you go to college football, and now all of a sudden your girlfriend's on the sideline before the game and you're chatting her up and everything. You didn't see that in New England. I guarantee you didn't see that in New England.
Yeah, sorry, Casey, I interrupted you too, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, Casey. You think it's levels there yet to get like the people? I mean, they're talking, but they're not going to move. Like, they're so invested in this. What they did, they readjusted the way they look at their football program and the money they put into it when they did this. They're not going 1 year and out.
I mean, I think it's a really bad look, bro. You just got embarrassed twice by two teams that aren't very good. And before the game, while your team's warming up, you got your coach talking to his girlfriend about who knows what on the sideline of the field. Like, it ain't work. Like, that's not gonna fly. If I'm paying any kind, if I'm a booster of any kind, if I'm Michael Jordan, or if I'm somebody who went there, I'm like, yo, what are we doing? Like, It'd be one thing if you go out and demolish them, right? Because then it's like, oh, we're so much better than you. Then I don't even have to pay attention. Bro, I'm cuddled up with my girl, sideline, pregame, and I go out there and my quarterback can't complete a pass while he's diddling, like Hamby said, in the pocket. Like, it's a terror. I'd be embarrassed as hell if I was UNC. I'd be like, this was not worth the squeeze as of now.
If I'm a booster, if I'm giving NIL money, I'm like, this is where my money's going towards. Because what's the talking point right now of Bill Belichick and the Tar Heels? Like, what are the talking points? Is it winning football games? Nah. Is it recruiting? Nah. Is it Jordan Hudson in her bag? Yes.
Yeah, I think
that's where money's going.
You could say that about everybody, though, in college football right now. Hey, my money's going toward Arch Manning. Hey, my money's going toward DJ Lagway. Hey, my money's going toward this kind of performance. I think
at least that's a player.
We're talking about stuff on the field.
Brett, you're getting demolished on this one.
Nah, well, here's the deal. Well, you're asking me my opinion. I'm not trying to win a debate here. I'm just telling you, I don't think they're making a move. I'm not trying to make my move. They're not making a move. Like, people are talking about North Carolina football. It's early in the process, 3 games into a guy who put 70 new players into the program. And I don't agree with it all. I'm not saying I love it. I'd sign up for it. I just also don't think they're pulling the plug on it is my point anytime soon. I mean, they're going to see they're way too invested to make any kind of move in a short time. And I mean, there were times and you kind of wondered even about Colorado, right? In a totally different way, but you kind of wondered, started off so hot and then it got not so good. And then like, there have just been ebbs and flows of it. Like, okay, is this going to work? Is this not? But look at all the attention it's getting. People never talked about Colorado football. I don't know how you weigh those things. I just don't think one thing has happened yet to the point where like, we can't do this because she's on the sideline before a game. I mean, really, that's not the barometer of firing people. Not in, again, today's age. That's not happened. Not when you have Bill Belichick too as your head coach.
If I'm a booster, if I'm an NIL person that's giving money to the university, I was giving money to the university because I was under the assumption that I was getting Bill Belichick, the Patriots head coach. And the guy that you see coaching UNC, it's not the same guy. It's simply not.
And Steve's running around there with his man bun.
And right. And if you want to say, you know, people are talking about North Carolina football, they're not. Jordan Hudson's getting talked about more than that football team. Like, yeah, the team looks bad and everything, and maybe no publicity is good, whether it's bad or good. Like, but at the end of the day, like, it's all the bad publicity, Brent. And I think, like, once again, they can write out this whole year because you got to write out the year at least, and maybe bring Bill Belichick back next year. But if I'm paying for the checks and everything, and I'm writing these things, what I paid for, I'm not getting. I'm not getting the Bill Belichick of the New England Patriots. Now, maybe that changes. Maybe somehow they get recruits or the transfer portal opens up. But how is that going to go? How does it go when you have a 70-year-old whatever guy sitting in your house with his 20-something-year-old girlfriend? Like, you think recruits are just going to clamor to go to the University of North Carolina? Why? They're not winning. It's not the same Bill Belichick. Yeah, their jerseys are cool. That ain't anything anymore. Like, what's the draw to go to North Carolina? Because it used to be, hey, we can get you in the NFL. Like, that was the first selling point, was we're going to get you in the NFL. Okay, well, then you start banning the New England Patriots to come watch your guys compete in practice, and all of a sudden the scouts can't come watch you from the NFL. What's the draw at North Carolina?
Well, I guess my thing is twofold here. First of all, and I think you just said it too, it's too early 3 games in to know how it's going to end up, is really the overall point that it started as. I don't think they're pulling the plug. I think they'll definitely go into year 2. And then I think they'll see if there's any kind of progress and all those things on the things that you just mentioned. One other thing that I believe, keep in mind, and I think you guys know this, people get involved with the boosters and the NIL stuff for a variety of reasons. Sure, at the end of the day, they want to win. And so you've got to win eventually. But they also like the glad hand. I get to be around Bill Belichick. Or the people that are spending that kind of money, like they still are around Belichick or having dinner with him or whatever else. And guess what? He's also bringing Michael Jordan in and all these other celebs in. Like, not every game, but those guys like that too. They like the part of it, of spending their money. It's not only results driven, in my opinion, because a lot of those people that have that want to kind of be in the mix and want to feel, if you will, important around the university and trying to make a difference, sooner or later, wins do have to come out of it. But I don't think it's the entire experience is, oh, you better show it on the field in the first few games of a tenure.
Casey?
I don't know. I think it's a mess.
I think it's a mess. I think it's a distraction, and I think it's going to only get you so far. Like, I understand the appeal of getting Michael Jordan, people like that on the sidelines, and the reason why you got those players, I feel like, was because there was some intrigue. I think the intrigue has gone away now. Like, I don't think there's a lot of alumni that are really excited to go watch a North Carolina football game now after, the results the past couple weeks. No, sure, maybe they can turn things around and everything, but at some point, you got to ask yourself the question of how much of this is a distraction, how much of this makes your football team actually look worse than better, and when's it time to pull the plug? And I agree with you, Brent. It's going to be at least a year. Like, you got to ride out the year and see what happens. But, like, unless you get this miraculous recruiting class or this miraculous transfer portal, like, why would it change next year?
It's not even. I think if they don't get a quarterback,
yeah.
Like, they don't have a quarterback.
I know.
And it's college football. I don't know if you've heard, you need one to win. Games, not championships, just once.
Yeah.
Like, you need a quarterback who can throw it. You don't have one. So either you go find one, or you're doing this whole dance again next year. And I think if you go through 2 years of not being able to beat UCF, sorry, Hamby, but those type of schools, like, he's quitting.
So you guys are taking by next December, it's over in Chapel Hill.
If he doesn't get a quarterback, yes. If they don't spend NIL money and go get DJ Lagway or something like that in the transfer portal, then yes.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I don't know how impatient they'll. Well, I believe though we're talking about two different things. Now that's just performance wise. You're adding when we add the embarrassment part in and all the other stuff, that speeds up that clock. It's like so. I would just say you're firing coaches usually around late November, early December, and saying, hey, we're making a change if you're going to make a change. So I give it to like next December. I'd still take the over is my point. Like, I think this thing's still going unless he gets out. But I think from the university standpoint, after 2026, I think he's still coaching at the University of North Carolina. I don't think there's anything yet that has derailed this. All your points are good. I just don't think enough to say, we got to get out of this right now. We made a huge mistake.
All right.
Bro, he starts kissing that girl on the sidelines. We gonna have.
Bro's
gonna have to go.
I mean, I don't know, man.
It's gonna be foul.
I just think in terms of watching interviews, watching press conferences, and just going off of like his behavior, dude's changed, and sure. I get it. We all change, but I think they expected the culture setting of the New England Patriots to come to the university and turn things around for their football program,
right?
And they're not getting that.
And in the nicest way, if you're Belichick. And the whole reason that we're having this conversation is because of his love life. Do it. Coach it. You've only got so many years on the planet. Yours are getting numbered. You have a girlfriend, which is good for you.
Yeah.
Why are you coaching North Carolina? Like, it's even, I feel like, more obvious at this point because she's like into the bit. Whatever the bit is, she's into it. He's into it. Maybe go do that instead of losing to UCF by 30. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know why he's doing it. I don't know why he did it in the first place, quite frankly. So that's probably a different conversation. All right, you guys take this home. We're going to get going here on the Action Sports Shack Stream 18. I got to go get some Metro Diner, a little shrimp and grits before we finish this sucker off. We'll see you tomorrow. Back at it, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. Thanks for filling in today. Not filling in, but taking over today. And tonight, don't forget, Jags Report Live, String Sports Brewery, Jack's Beach. Brenton Strange will be our guest at 7 o'clock. Right here on the network, you can watch, and also live on Fox 30, or come out and join us and have some fun after Jaguars win, fellas. I hope you got to see some good golf shots throughout the morning and afternoon.
We saw a couple of them. Josh Scobie may owe a new house a new window. So shout out to Josh Scobie for doing that. We have evidence of that. And Brent, can we expect you to be dressed and acting like Dan Hicken tomorrow for the show?
No. Yeah. I just only have I've had plenty of time to prep for the Dan Hicken role. That is next Tuesday, not tomorrow.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Can I get by the golf tournament?
Yeah, you got it, man. No problem. Yep.
Next, are you in town actually next week? You're back, right?
I won't get back till like next Wednesday, I believe, or I'm in like Tuesday afternoonish.
Okay, well, we'll figure out the appropriate time. You got to be in studio, obviously, for it. So
that's the plan, yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll pay it off.
Okay,
but not tomorrow.
All right, fair. Sounds good, man.
All right.
Have a good one.
See you guys.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why gutter helmet?
Well, gutter helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With gutter helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With gutter helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet, gutter helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Back on the Brent and Austin Show, hole 12 at the Dream 18 Charity Golf Tournament at South Hampton in Austin.
That's
The
Bachman,
time
ain't it?
has come for Bachman and Burish to try to get a hole-in-one. And
instead, we're going to get our suntan lotion out and post up at the beach.
Yeah, not too great for both of these gentlemen.
Oh, they're both in the sand?
At least one of them is. I think Burish might have already picked up his ball.
Oh.
Here's his shot. Thank you, Stuart. All right, here we go. Come on, Bachman, one time. He striped it. We're going.
Nice job, Stuart, following that ball. Beautiful.
Carry.
Ooh.
Hey, by the way, golf course.
Oh, we've been over this,
Here we
Casey.
go.
Let
Go
him
ahead,
let him know.
Case.
Rick Rubin at the tee. Hamby got that one.
That's way left.
That's
I'm
awesome.
assuming.
That's sand, so we're 2 for 2 on sand.
Casey, share us your thoughts while we were watching these hits.
Could we have put
Burish.
the pin in a more difficult spot?
Burish!
That didn't get off the ground. Why on earth is
Burish.
the pin where it's at?
Mhm.
This is a charity golf tournament. I probably should be careful here. This is a charity golf tournament. There's no, like, right over the sand, huh? That's...
I hate that for
You're going to
the
earn it.
Chief.
Yeah, Burish.
Money Mike.
I
Not his
respect him
best
just
shot.
walking off like, eh.
Yeah, hey, but he's feeling good, though. Iowa's got an offense again. Well, hey, I mean...
What'd they score this week? How many?
More than 10. They won.
They covered for you.
Yeah, they
did look
covered
like
me.
they were for a while.
Who'd they play? Oh,
Rutgers.
Yeah, this was the Friday Night Spectacular.
Yeah, yeah.
I was too busy watching Tulsa. My fault.
Yeah.
That was terrible, by the way.
Tulsa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, it was fine for Tulsa. Oklahoma State, right?
Dude, they got to get Gundy out. They got to start over.
Well,
did you guys talk about Clemson yet, by the way?
Nope.
Ooh, that's a good call. No.
I only thought of it because you said Gundy. Like, I do think it's fascinating. Obviously, Dabo's won a lot more than Gundy. One bigger than Gundy.
For sure.
And I was watching some of the, like, studio shows after, like, Clemson loses and stuff. And it's like, Dabo would get hired in 0.1 second. Like, if Clemson were to fire Dabo, you have to assume the Florida Gators make that call, right? Like, any team that's mediocre has to, like, you're jumping all over that. I don't know if that's true for Gundy, right? Because they were kind of implying that with Gundy.
Continue. But let's go ahead and check out this chip from Bachman real quick while we have it.
I just feel like some
putter
on the.
Nope.
Ooh, not bad though.
Not Mike. Didn't say anything bad. Just heard him.
Yeah.
I feel like a Gundy character or a Dabo character, like, I feel like they would get hired pretty quick if they got fired from jobs that it feels like are going nowhere.
See, Gundy, I'm not so sure, Casey, just because how bad it looks this year. Like it's bad. Like, it's Tulsa. How we doing, guys?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
We got you.
Marcel, you doing anything, bro?
Is Marcel? What's Marcel up to? Yeah, go ahead, bub.
That's when you know the joke's not funny, when he wants to
Go
tell
ahead.
us
They have queued you up. Go ahead.
All
Let's
right,
hear it.
so Burish is so old that back in the day, his best friend Noah said, "Hey, Mike, are we good?" And he said, "Yeah, you got another day to work on that boat. You're fine."
There you go.
Noah's Ark.
Yeah, I got it.
I got it.
I do.
I got it. I'm not mad at it.
Wow.
I'm not mad at it.
What's Liv doing?
Just chilling, man.
Why is everybody just standing around? Stewart's shooting something.
Where'd Marcel go?
Marcel was just standing there. Liv's sitting in a golf cart. But I had to come in.
Ricky Fowler out there in the left. Looking good.
Nice.
What? Oh, okay.
Ricky Fowler, man.
I did not know where you were at first, but now I'm with you.
Yeah.
Orange pants and an orange hat.
Well, let's go ahead and break some of these shots down in case while we're talking football, because it's like the hardest thing to do right now. I don't think Gundy gets an opportunity right away, but I think Dabo, in terms of his resume, gets one. Like, for instance, I was thinking, because I watched Wisconsin Badgers play,
That's bad.
Against the Maryland team.
See you, Fickle.
Yeah, we'll see you later, Pickle. Thanks for playing.
See you later, Ball, too.
And we'll see you later, Ball, as well. That might be in someone's yard or...
What?
Oh, wow.
What in the world?
Put a little...
Stuart
hey,
did not-
Stuart.
Stuart did not know where it was.
Stuart, you got to track that ball better. I know, man. That's all right. We're just trying. But
Holy cow, I didn't know
the first thing that I thought of, Casey, with Pickle was, I wonder if Dabble's going to become available.
This guy's got matching pants with Gundy.
Well, that's why I said Ricky Fowler.
He's not a known golf watcher. Ricky Fowler wears this type of stuff.
Hey, but you got no Ricky
No,
Fowler.
I'm well aware. I'm
no.
That do kind of look like how Ricky Fowler's been playing.
And the cabbage.
That ain't cabbage, Chief.
That's
a swamp.
Okay.
You ain't finding that one.
All right.
And they ain't gonna look for it either.
One more shot in this foursome
Well,
here. Come on, buddy.
the bar is pretty low for this guy right now.
That one's on the green, is it not?
Yeah, but I'm saying who he's got to follow.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this
just,
is like
just hit in the
this
air.
is like Campanelli coming in. Okay.
Stuart.
Oh,
wait, that's terrible.
That's playable, baby.
That's by the
That is playable.
That's by the men's tees in the next hole. It
Come
looks
on,
like or
baby.
something. Well, I don't know. I see like a red ball there. Yeah, it's the men's tees, right? What are the kids' tees? Oh, I'm sorry.
Tee.
Oh, thank you. Family tee. Nice.
Thank you, Stuart.
Golf is a family game. All right. Fantastic. Thank you, Stuart.
Okay, but so here's my thing with Gundy.
Yeah, I try.
Bro's 170 and 90.
170 and 90. Okay.
Someone's hiring that immediately.
With Gundy?
I'm not sitting here telling you that pick your power for, like, I'm not saying he gets the greatest job that's ever been invented.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's hiring that quickly.
Okay, but here's the thing. If this is the conversation we're having, Casey. Is it going to be a parallel move from Oklahoma State, or is it going to be like a blow? You know, I mean, yeah, I can see Tulsa. I can see.
Well, where's Oklahoma State right now in the grand scheme of good jobs?
Pretty much at the bottom of the barrel for Power 4.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would say you got to see how it shakes out. But, like, you're telling me Wisconsin wouldn't interview that guy?
Mm-mm.
No, that would.
Mm-mm.
No.
Really?
No, because to me, you need like a sure thing now. Because Fickle was supposed to be that guy, and you failed miserably.
I hate to tell you, there are no sure things. There's only one sure thing if it comes available.
No,
it's
but
Dabo.
okay, but I think Dabo is the sure. That's why I say Dabo to
He
Wisconsin.
might not get, but if
I know. Well, I mean, and by the way, if you want to go into conspiracies, and
He ain't going nowhere.
We're getting into Wisconsin football now a little bit too much for my liking because they're horrible.
They are terrible.
But Mike McCarthy was seen at the Wisconsin women's volleyball game talking to the athletic director of Wisconsin.
Hey, you want to talk about the opposite of a sure thing?
Yeah, I know.
Mike McCarthy.
I know.
Mike McCarthy's not a better option than Gundy would be.
It's comparable.
Is it?
I'm not sold on. I'm sorry,
I'm
man.
not sold on Gundy either, but at least he's been in it. He knows what to do.
I know.
McCarthy's very similar to Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
He's other than smooching on the sidelines, like he's going to show up and be like, "How do I recruit?"
Honestly, though, I'm just going to say this, and then we can move on with Wisconsin football because I don't want to talk about it because it's so bad. The only sure thing is getting Jim Leonard back. So Jim Leonard was a defensive coordinator when Paul Christ was there, and then he had an opportunity to become the head coach, and they went with Luke Fickell instead because the whole theory was with recruiting and everything, Luke Fickell's more the household name. Jim Leonard's beloved in Wisconsin, but like, you know, could he get the recruiting? Well, and by the way, Jim Leonard now is like a defensive assistant in Denver. The defense is pretty good. If I'm Wisconsin, I tuck my tail between my legs and I apologize to Jim Leonard for not giving him the opportunity, but now it's time to give him the opportunity. Because, like, if you want to save Wisconsin football, you have to go back to tradition. Because, like, Fickell has managed to ruin that within, like, 2 or 3 years, like what Wisconsin football means. Right? So you have to bring back Jim Leonard and be like, hey, you know what it means to be a Badger. He's a walk-on, became All-American, became an All-Pro. Like, it's a good story. They need that in Wisconsin more than anything. But by the way, did you see Dabo's press conference?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That was a 54-minute press conference.
It's like bad quick. Like, and they're just not that good. Like, that's the
They put up 500 yards in that game and only scored 21 points.
good. Like
Brandon Brown, baby.
Syracuse, my goodness. I like
It sucks for them because now Angeli's out for the year, but
that is. But yeah, I mean, the Clemson thing is not good.
Biggest disappointment this year in college football?
Yes.
Florida, you think, Hamby?
Over Clemson?
Probably.
Clemson was like what?
Clemson
in that
was a
LSU
national
game?
title
6?
contender. I mean,
no, that
everybody
was
picked them to win.
Yeah,
that was clown behavior, right? That was just guessing, basically, right?
Yeah.
Because Klubnik's been their quarterback for 3 years, and he's been
Yeah,
mid
I'd
for 3 years.
Biggest team disappointment is definitely Clemson.
Yeah, because it's got to be.
I mean, to be fair, like, yes, Lagway has, underachieved to say the least. This Florida team, they got beat by South Florida. I get all that.
Right.
But at least, like, they showed, like, some fight against a far superior team in Miami. You let Syracuse come into your house with your hill and your rock and do what they did.
They walked the dog on you.
Walk the dog on you.
And, yeah, I mean, Florida, in theory, looks worse probably because of the USF thing. But, like, Clemson being what they were preseason, and listen, you lose to LSU, like, that happens. People lose to LSU. People, like, Syracuse isn't the worst program to ever be, but you can't lose to them at home, right?
Yeah.
The thing about Florida that's kind of intriguing, they're, like, borderline great on defense.
They're unreal.
I know.
Hey, which means, in 2 weeks, when Texas comes to town,
it's going to be 6-3, baby.
First of 10 wins.
And I believe
Arch
that.
Manning seeing ghosts confirmed?
Dude, I saw somebody, I mentioned this on Stadium Pulse. You can watch that on Monday mornings, 9 to 10 a.m.
Push it.
Look at him go.
I like it.
Somebody added me and said, because I was talking about, that's going to be a freaking barn burner in all the opposite senses of the word. And somebody added me and said they saw that the CBS line, additional line on that game, again, 2 weeks out, the over-under was 53.
For Florida?
For Florida and Texas?
For the Florida-Texas game.
Under.
Which, in that case,
under.
I would just say this. There will be a deposit. That's what I'm going to say.
It can't. Listen.
That's what I'm going to say. Like, there's nothing going on. Like, I'm not all that involved right now, other than pretty much what we got for the show.
Oh, my God.
But if they throw out 53.5,
yeah, no, I mean,
there will be a substantial improvement to the size of the accounts.
Dude, I'll take you one farther. You're going to deposit. I'm going to talk to my wife and see if we can wire that a payment. Because
we're getting loans.
We got, what we got in our bank account. I'm going to tell my wife we take 50% of it and throw it on the under. And then, listen, it's a win-win. Either we win the money or you leave me and find somebody better. And then either way, we win, right? Or you win, at least. But 53, like, here's the thing. Play this scenario out.
Casey's going to put on his best suit and a tie and go down to the bank and, hey, I'm applying for a loan, a small business loan.
Basically.
For the Florida game? Yeah.
Because here's the Gators are not scoring more than 10.
I mean, it's hard to fathom.
So is Texas against the Gators defense is good. Are they getting to 33? No.
I can't see a world where that happens.
Wait, 43.
It's got to be 43, right? It can't be 53.
Wait, the number's 53?
This is what the guy
some random. I got you. But you said 53? Texas certainly ain't getting to 43. Gators aren't getting past 10.
No.
I don't think Texas has scored more than 20.
Texas ain't good either. That's going to be an ugly
Take
watch.
into account, might get a little rain here. I mean, come on. What are we doing, guys?
That's going to be a tough. And I know that the Florida people are real excited, sold out, and all that crap.
Yeah.
That's going to be ugly.
Yeah. Yeah, give him the Iowa treatment of, like, yesteryears. Like, put the line at, like, 41 or something.
I just looked it up on Vegas Insider, and it says 53.5.
That's crazy.
There's no way.
Well,
There's no way.
I mean, okay, but
you know those high school football teams that come out with through the tape and they throw the hammer down.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
Me.
I mean,
they throw that line out.
Listen. I like it, but I'm just saying, guys. And listen, I'm not trying to be the voice of reason here or anything,
brother.
But usually in we can still. I get it. Teams have underachieved this year. It's still a high-profile game. In high-profile games, Vegas knows something that we don't. All right? So when that line comes out like it does, and I'm not saying it's going to get over because it shouldn't get over. I can't fathom how it could. But when Vegas sets that line like that, what are they seeing that we're not, though?
I would assume, this is my guess, I would assume that they're going to think Texas is
just going to curb stomp them.
Eventually figure it out. You can't watch Florida play offense and think they're going to score more than 13 points against children. Dude, they can't do it.
Yeah.
But even on the flip side of that, to your point, The Gators do play defense. This is 4 weeks of evidence that the Gators are going to play defense.
Yeah.
Texas has players on defense. Like I'm at a loss.
I mean, unless
53.
Once again, I think the only narrative you could come up with, and this doesn't fit it, is that like they lost the locker room in Florida, and they simply don't care. But I find that hard to believe at home.
They've shown it against
a
LSU
high-profile team like Texas. Like, yeah, I get your record isn't where you want it to be. I get it, you're not achieving what you wanted to do, but like, you're still grown-ass men.
It's a winnable game, too.
And it's still going to be like, I assume it's going to be televised on a network, right? This is,
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. So, yeah, you mean to tell me that Florida doesn't want to show up for this Texas game? I think they're going to show up.
I think they wanted to show up in Miami. There's just one problem. They stink.
Yeah.
They can't play offense with an offensive head coach.
Y'all know how many passing yards DJ Lagway threw for?
Felt like 6.
Austin?
I mean, it wasn't
I go
a
over
lot.
6.
Yeah, it didn't.
64.
I'm gonna say, I'll say 70.
62.
Yeah, you're right there.
2.7 yard average per completion.
Oh yeah, I mean just checkdowns.
And see, here's the other thing. I feel like you said they want to show up in a big game, and obviously you do.
Yeah.
They should have wanted to show up against Miami 10 times more than they do against Texas.
True.
Miami's in-state rival that's better than you. They little brothered you last year in your stadium.
Yeah,
yeah.
And you went down and got little brothered again. Like, if you weren't showing up for that one, you ain't showing up against anybody.
Yeah.
They'll get dog walked by Florida State in the end of the year.
Guys, real quick here. We talked about like the worst stories in college football. What's been the best one so far? Like the most surprising team, or like the one that's like I didn't see that coming. I mean, obviously Florida State's up there. Is that the team?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be
biggest
close.
surprise. Yeah.
The problem is, and this isn't really a problem. Like they beat Alabama, which was shocking.
Sure.
And since then, they've played 2 teams that the 4 of us could beat.
Hard to get a vibe on it.
You know what I mean? So, like, it's been impressive, don't get me wrong, because Mike Norvell at least has the Johnson to run it up on these teams, unlike Dan Lanning. But, I mean, I think you have to give him credit because, I mean, people didn't think they were going to win a game at times.
Yeah.
So I think that's got to be up there.
Oklahoma's probably up there.
Okay, I mean, they have a Heisman hopeful.
Yeah, and they're in the top 10.
There's nothing worse than watching Oklahoma, by the way.
I like watching them.
See, and I think you're sick for that. Here's my thing. To me, what is college football all about? It's about scoring. Right?
Of course, yeah.
It's about hitting the over, scoring points.
It's about the quarterback play, really.
It's about
they have a good quarterback.
There's nothing that just ruins a Saturday like watching a defensive head coach in college football.
Oh, that's true.
Venables out there calling the defense. It's like, dude, this is gross. Like, at least Georgia has flash, though. You know what I mean? But, like, Oklahoma, I feel like he's got a moment or two. That's fine. I feel like watching Oklahoma is just the worst since Venables has been there.
Yeah.
Since we got rid of the Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Caleb Williams, throw it around. Like, that's the Oklahoma. That's the world I want to live in.
Yeah.
When Oklahoma's doing that. Not when they're playing defense.
Yeah. I'd say
I hate it.
Not right now, but it will be Tennessee as they continue their
Tennessee's
schedule.
a good one.
Just because everybody thought, Nico's gone.
That's
actually
actually
terrible. Hype even gets a pass for this year because they have to bring in Drew Aguilar, who came into campus in May, 3 months before the season, and I think they're going to be pretty good. And they might even compete to get into the playoffs. So
I think Tennessee's a good. And then I think you have to go to like
Tech.
Texas?
Or Georgia Tech?
Georgia. Yes.
Georgia Tech? Yeah, but then what are you saying about Georgia Tech? Okay, they beat Clemson. And? Who is Clemson?
Well, fair. But I also think that's kind of where you go now at this point in some of these stories. Like, I would say Syracuse doing what they did last year and then coming into this year and, going to Clemson and beating them. Like, that's turning into a good story. Obviously, their quarterback's now out, so that's a problem. Not to keep going back at Florida, but like the USF thing's a good story because they beat Florida. You know what I mean? That's not staying power, but it's there. And I think another one would be Vandy, like showing back up and playing football again for 2 years in a row, like looking good. I don't know how many big, huge national feel good, surprising stories there are.
I'll give you one simply because, and this is just based off of one game that I've watched, and they've really only played one tough team. But Texas Tech beating Utah in Utah, and when I say beating them, like curb stomping them, I get you can't buy teams. They bought a defensive line.
They bought a team. They bought.
Oh yeah. More, but because you always say, well, they got to play together. Like,
yeah,
they're extremely talented. I'll just say this much.
Do we feel good about that though?
I do so far because everyone was saying, okay, well, yeah, they bought the talent, but they're playing at Utah. Utah's a different team. They played together for a long time. They embarrassed Utah in their home stadium.
Yeah, they did.
Which is a very hard place to play. Now, once again, it's only one game because who else did you play? Oregon State, Kent State, Arkansas, Pine Bluff. That's the problem with college football. We're going into week 5, and we don't even know because who have you all played?
Yeah, the top 10 teams you really don't know.
We have no idea
about many of them.
But after this week, we'll find out real quick. Oregon's playing Penn State.
Yeah.
I think Ole Miss has a pretty big game, right?
This slate this weekend is like one of the best ever.
Good. Can't wait to be in Australia and not watch any of it. Awesome. Oh, all right, man. For Casey Kurtz joining us, Hamby pushing all the right buttons. For Brent Martineau with the Dream 18, I'm Austen Lane.
Let's take one more look here, Austin. One more look at the Dream 18.
All right.
One more special thanks to all the sponsors out there at South Hampton.
Using a putter?
I don't know. Let's go. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Get in the hole.
No way.
Where's the hole?
Looks good.
No, it does not.
Nope. Okay. Looked okay.
And hey, tonight, 7 o'clock,
Oh, that's
Jags
a long
Report
ways
Live,
away.
Strings Sports Brewery, Brenton Strange
Here we go.
will be our guest.
Oh! Nice.
I want to see if you made it.
Have a good day, everybody.
Never know.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service. A meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue,